And it's time to play Chain Echoes the first time. And as I said earlier, I was given this key by the publisher. So thank you very much to them. This is a JRPG, and I'm playing it as a part of New Year, New Game every day. I'm very excited to give this a go. This is recommended by Naja as well. I had this key sitting in Steam, and I was like, oh, eventually I'll play this for the podcast or something. And then Naja, aka Trista Ray, has been talking so much about how wonderful this game is that I wanted to give it a go. So here we go. We're giving it a go. I haven't played a real JRPG in a while, have I? Wake up! It's time to get up, Glenn. Oh my god, Glenn! Fire Emblem 3 Houses and 3 Hopes reference. Can you believe it? Look at this gorgeous. Look at this pixel art. Are you kidding me? Look how lovely the sun is shining. This reminds me of the beginning of Chrono Trigger. But what JRPG doesn't start with your mom telling you to wake up? Oh, look at the little Gundam we have behind us. And that knight above our bed looks like Shovel Knight. A little bit. Just a little bit. Hey, it's so good to see you, Naja. Welcome on in. You are just in time. You thought? Oh, you thought I meant I had nausea, that I was nauseated. No. I was not nauseated. Naja had recommended this one to me. Ah, it's still so early. Come on, get dressed quickly. Your friends may come any minute. Oh. Oh. Okay. Wow! I'm so fast. The coast is already in sight, so stop sleeping. Huh? I'm already... It's gonna get wild soon, so get your ass up. Mom? I said wake the hell up. What? Oh, let me turn this up. Do you believe this? We're on a suicide mission. He's taking a nap. No, I actually haven't slept for days because of this mission. I don't care, boy. Get up and move your sorry ass to the captain up on the bridge. Okay, they flipped the script on the usual your mom wakes you up JRPG beginning. That's nice. Now we're in it. In medias res now. Love a dolphin warrior. That's fun. I see something shiny. I got a snack. That was cool, right? Oh yeah, my mom telling me to get my ass up. Oh my god, it's a Catman. Somebody needs to tell my brother. I have to stay on the stern turret today because I'm sick. I want to join the battle, but Kylie talked me out of it. Okay. The Alpha, not the Omega. Talk to the commander at the bridge. Got some money. Dang, my little guy my guy is moving. This is an acceptable speed for me. I don't need to be like moving, you know? This mission is total suicide. We're supposed to break through the enemy lines as a vanguard. I'm scared, Glenn. What if I'm outnumbered on the battlefield? Would I be a coward to run away? Maybe you can take down one or two. I move very quick for a pixel protagonist, right? And hello, Chaosa. Good to see you. Welcome on in. The writing in this game is so enjoyable. I'm really impressed, literally so far, by them flipping the script on like the wake up, honey, it's time to go to the fair. You know, kind of. I had said it's like that's so very Chrono Trigger. I guess we're going that way, but to have us get slapped by a dolphin man and wake up, I love that. That's so cool. Nice, good to see you as well. Grab everything that's not nailed down, then get a hammer and get the shiny nails too, indeed. Maybe you can take down one or two? Oh dear, I hope I can find the courage to do so. Oh, here we go. You look pale, Glenn. A boy with your talent shouldn't always look so worried. Oh god. He said you should smile more. Whoa, big lizard man? Somebody should tell my brother. Yes, they have a love for the classics, right? And a good sense of how to flip it. Yeah, it doesn't feel disrespectful or anything. It's like, we love these kind of games, but now that you know this, let's do that. That seems pretty cool so far. If I die, my family and Valeria will get the money. They're waiting for it eagerly. For the money, of course, not for my death. I should hope not. Oh my god, are those like Gundams? As a kid or something in our bedroom, we have those cool Gundam thingies, like a little gunpla thing. Well, if it isn't Glenn, excited, aren't you? Maybe a little bit. Relax. You just keep the sky above our heads clear and we'll take care of the enemy on the ground. We're a team. Together, no one stands a chance against the band of the Iron Bull. You're right. Luck has been with us for years. As long as I have this lucky charm. Oops. Oh, you dropped it. It's broken. Ha ha ha. Don't worry about it. It isn't a bad omen or anything like that. Rough. I ain't attacking. What's going on? How much is this? I don't know. If anybody knows how much this is on Steam, it is apparently also on Game Pass, so that's exciting. Just because our name was dragged through the mud by those miserable baboons of Amandi. Now we have to go on this suicide mission? Worried about the... If we survive this, we'll get back at them. Worried about that a little bit. Polish, polish, polish. We're gonna need a chance to work on these babies, Chief. Not before a mission, maybe afterwards. But after the mission is before the mission. Polish, polish, polish. The sky armors are in perfect condition. Make sure they stay that way, Glenn. Is this a creature with a tail, like a dog or something? Whoa, dynamite. It's $25 and it's also on Good Old Games. It also looks like Crosscode. Maybe it is the same engine or perhaps similar devs. Look at these babies, Glenn. Aren't they great? Is that dynamite? I've been saving it for a mission just like this. Aren't they dangerous? It's dangerous only for the enemy. I know this stuff. It'll be fine. Well, you're the expert. Sure, don't worry. It'll come in handy. Sure, it's going to be just fine. Oh, here we go. Yo, look at that guy. Is he like a goat? I can't tell if he's a... No, he's like a lion, right? He's just wearing a helmet. Or maybe he's a chimera, I don't know. All men in battle positions. This vanguard will not sink into the ocean. You're gonna skip this? You want it now? Oh, okay. Have fun, Ziff, when you play it. Doesn't this look so rad? Oh, you'll be back for Sunhaven? Okay, cool. The mom slap. Yeah. That mom slap happened and Ziff was like, I like this. Yeah. Ah, Glenn, our ace pilot at last. I'm sorry. Too late for apologies. We're reaching the coast soon. Glenn, Kylan, you take the sky armors and go ahead. We'll follow you. Yes, sir. Our goal is the Opus Stone. It feeds the ether cannons with energy. We smash that thing and clear the way for the rear guard. Understood? Yes, sir. Ha ha ha. Our client doesn't think we'll survive this. Lured by the promise to pour gold around our families after our deaths, we took the job anyway. We'll show them that we can survive. We will not let our families spend all our pay alone, right? To the band of the Iron Bull! To the band of the Iron Bull! Oh. What? So soon? Their cannons shouldn't reach us yet. Cursed Tyrannians and their darn technology, let's go! Are you ready, partner? I think so. Oh my god! This is cute. The credits are cute. The credits have hit on the slaps also. Like the mom slap and then also on the hand slap. That's cute. The Tyrannisians. Dang it, Tyrannus. Say, Kylian, do you believe we can succeed? What are you talking about? Of course we can. Are you getting nervous? No. I mean, maybe a little. Don't worry. We'll go in, smash the Opus Stone, and get out. The rear guard will handle the rest. Yeah, sounds easy. Normally, you'd have to work 3 years for so much money. What'll you do with all of it? I'm not sure. I have a wish, but the money probably won't be enough. Come on, tell me. Well, I've always wanted to have my own sky armor. That's nice. What would you do with it? Surely it's not simply for taking on walks on a nice day, right? I don't know. I'd probably do the same as before. Sky armors exist for battle after all. I could tune it up and work on it on my own, though. You could be anywhere in the world, and yet you choose the battlefield. Well, there's nothing else in my life. Since you rescued me back then, this mercenary band is all I have. You, however, have a family and a home. What'll you do with all the money? Oh my god, wouldn't that be so sick? We need more Pacific Rim, right? It's too bad they only made the one movie. Yes? Can you release Tyrannus? Mecha and fantasy? Peanut butter in my chocolate? Can you believe it? You know that I'm not here for the money. I would choose a battlefield as well. There's still a long way ahead until I reach my dream. Haha. It looks like we'll have to put up with each other a little while longer. If we survive this, what can go wrong with our ace pilot, right? Alright, you two, enough romantic talk. You're ready to go. Godspeed, Glenn. They do seem drift compatible. Watch out, Glenn. The enemy is sending out their own sky armor our way. How about a demonstration of your skills, Glenn? Ooh, look at that cool island down there. I bet you can take them down on your own. What? Battles are turn-based. You and your enemies take turns choosing actions. This pacing is really great, I have to say. The order of each turn is displayed in the top right of the corner. Okay, top right. Okay. HP represents your health. Yeah. If it reaches 0, the character is incapacitated. Tech points are a resource used for skills. They're restored completely after each battle, so I don't have to heal after battle. The icon next to the skill indicates the type of skill. Okay. Defeating enemies in battle grants you access to different spoils. Loot that can be sold for money or unlock new deals. Materials can be used to upgrade weapons. Skill points used to upgrade skills. Well, now my meds should be kicking in, so I'll be able to remember all this. Defeating an enemy will show your loot immediately, but you will not receive it until after the battle. Okay. Ooh! Oh, we're flying! And there were furries as well, you're right. God, I hope there's gays in this. You never know, we could be gay. Poison salvo sounds interesting, right? Inflicts poison? Let's start off with poison. Poison's a good start, yeah. It's Tyrannus, the Tyrannian sky armor. I love that it's wearing a hood. Yeah, get rocked. Ow. Oh my god, I did 643. Each turn. Disney's done. That's great. Oh my lord. But see, 2 turns in, I've already done 1200 with that poison. Dunzo. Heck yeah. Ha! There's no challenge for our ace pilot. We shouldn't fool around, Kylian. Well then, get ready. Here comes a new challenger. I think I'm gonna have to go, and my HP's back. Okay. I guess this counts as successive battles, eh? Cool. Starting off with that poison again. So that is already 1200, right? Because it did 600 something on attack, like the damage did it. Then it like procced the poison. Thank you for reminding me to drink some water. You're right, hydration is essential. And there's no timer, it seems, so that's nice. I'm in first gear too. Interesting. I wonder what that is. That's it, Glenn. Now on to the Opus Stone. Whoa! Look out for their cannons! No! I knew he was gonna die. Damn it! No! He had a family in home! Kylian! Oh lord, I'm gonna die too. Hi, Gaming by Pharaoh. Good to see you. Oh, good, he's okay. Thank God. Oh my god. Oh, you alright? Of course not. The Sky Armors were our best chance to reach the Opus Stone. As long as we still have legs to walk and arms to wield a sword, we will not give up. It's about time you get to know the battlefield outside your Sky Armor. You've had enough training. But here on land, you follow me. Understood? Yes. We'll fight our way to the Opus Stone on foot. Once the stone is shattered, we can wait for the rear guard. Oh, he said you will follow me, but you're still the JRPG protagonist, so... you go on first. Ignore the battlefield, Glenn. Let's take it this way. Climb up here. Oh, ignore these folks who are dying. Okay. Oh, Lord. Am I climbing? Hello? Hello? Oh, okay. Cool. Climbing. Okay. So it's pretty clear what you can interact with. It's It's the white lined rocks and stuff. Whoa! Oh dear, I might be... Oh, my God. Oh, I don't have the poison. Dang it. Ah, beans. I know! You're donezo if you've got a happy family at home, right? You like the slightly medieval armor-inspired designs in the mechs, too. Yes, it's that fantasy mech stuff. Let's do a little armor break. Right? Because these guys could be quite a... Oh! Wow, okay. So this guy can heal. We'll take a wide swing to damage both of them. Okay. And I think I might do armor break on the topmost guy. So that Kylian's next wide swing will damage both of them at the same amount. Pyraxis, you've been playing this recently. It's good. I am quite impressed so far. Oh, a little jump. Okay. Wow, we're going to town down there. Pretty generous autosaves, too. Wait, why is this available? Did I literally just walk in circles? Hello? Oh. Hell yeah, candy! Love that! Can I take a look at my candy? Okay, hold on. Where's my menu? Okay, the Y button. Which is triangle, but okay. Formation, cool. Equipment, cool. Inventory, items, candy, cool. Okay, great. Alright, back up I go. Wait, fantasy gays, furries, and mechas. Escaflowne? I've never heard of that before. Escaflowne. There are things that give you Chrono Trigger vibes. Yes! The beginning was very Chrono Trigger. I loved it. Ah! Oh, a big guy. I do think... Oh, it's starting off with Kylian. Okay. I think that defense down is going to be... Yeah, it's going to be pretty critical to armor break this guy. Escaflowne is how it's said. It's an isekai. Okay. I've not heard of it. Escaflowne. And well, now we're just being silly. Whoa! Did I just hit 3 times? Excuse me? I don't have much to do, so I think I'll defend for this turn. Did I do a... What the... Oh, I have a multi-hit attack. Bing, bang, boom. But I did do a crit there. Nice. You can hear Knives pushing his glasses up his nose. Well, actually... Can I just do a regular attack? Oh, I can! Oh, sick. Okay, so there are regular attacks. Neat. Hold on. So we can go up there. Is there any other, like, little hidden gems? Okay, no. Your taste is immaculate, Nasha. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Like a little snack. Love it. Oh, I thought these little... Sometimes when you walk, it looks a little bit like the pixels are jittering. So I thought the boxes were moving, like somebody was in there. You okay, buddy? Oh. It's the Stanneret! She was hit! No way! Focus on your task. I bet the others escaped in time. Oh, am I able to see the Stanneret being hit? Oh, a paper. That paper looks important. I want to read that. It's a little note to somebody's wife or something. Who knows? Ah! I think we'll just do a regular attack, right? Then I want to do that defense down. Armor break. And mind break. I don't know what that does. But I am excited. Big ol' heavy slap. And I think I will do cross slash. Oh, extended. Excuse me. Remember that extended was like a defend or something. Finish him off. I think the speed helps it make it feel a lot more fluid. Yeah, it's a little jarring when we enter combat because I can barely keep track of my guy, and then it's just like, bam, you're in combat. But other than that, the speed is like, it's much more modern. You know, you're not looking at this huge map around you and moving like like half that speed. See more papers. Nothing to do with them though. There's certainly a sense of urgency to the moment, you know? Oh, how about you, bud? Glenn, don't talk. His wounds look bad. After I was hurled from the sterneret, I found myself in between enemy lines. As you said, I tried not to flee, and I tried. Oh no, this was the guy! Huh! This is the guy who I said he should try to take some of them out. I tried to defeat as many of them as possible. Huh. At least I'm not dying a coward's death. He's gone. I wonder if I told him to run away, if the same thing would have happened. Is like, I tried to run away, but I died. There's an N between Sternenrit. Oh, whoa, what was that? Was that 0? That was close. More of them. Get ready. There are too many. Need a hand? Yeah. Commander! I just love this dolphin too. Let's show them the power of the Iron Bull's mightiest team up. Ooh, well, we're trying. You told him to run, but you don't remember what happened. You're gonna do your home care, but you're not gonna be happy about it. Have fun with the super cool RPG. I will let you know if there are gays in it. Absolutely. I will write down the names so you can have reference points. It's Gundam. Yeah, they got Gundams in this. Hello, Ewan. Welcome to Chained Echoes. This might be dangerous for you to watch, Ewan, because this game is pretty damn good. The overdrive bar is the core of the battle system. The bar has 3 areas, yellow, green, and red, representing the state of the party. The cursor shows the current position on the bar. Almost every action moves the cursor to the right. The small cursor shows where the cursor will jump to when you do an action. Okay. It's got furries, mechas, references to old JRPGs that are not corny. Just well done. When reaching, and good combat so far. And a great pace. When reaching the green area, the party is warmed up and in perfect synergy. This is called overdrive. In overdrive, the party takes less damage, deals more damage, and more importantly, only spend half the amount of TP on skills. Try to stay in overdrive. Eventually, the party will reach the red area and become overheated. This will let the enemy deal massive damage to you. What an interesting mechanic. In order to stay in overdrive, the cursor must be moved back to the left. This can be done with the following actions. Okay, while in overdrive or overheat, an icon will appear in the box left of the bar. This icon represents a skill type. Okay. The number next to it shows how many turns the party has before the skill type switches. There's a number there? Okay. Using a corresponding skill will make the cursor jump to the left by a great margin. Skills of the corresponding type are also marked yellow. That's good. Switching out characters in battle can help lower from overheat to overdrive again. More details later. Using the defend action, I was hoping that would do that. And using an ultra move. More on that later. Okay. You're downloading this now? It's on Xbox Game Pass. This might supplant... I'm afraid to tell my brother about this game because I think I'm going to lose him again. I lost him to Vampire Survivors, and now if I tell him there's this good-ass JRPG on Steam, he'll play it too. I'll never be able to get Steam back. I wonder if it's on Switch, because I would just buy it for him on a Switch instead, so he can just not be on the computer. Actions move the party's position into the overdrive bar. Try to reach and stay in the green area. Good summary, by the way. That's helpful. God, I wish more tutorials had a summary. Overdrive effects. Damage is dealt. Damage dealt is raised. Damage received lowered. Skills cost half TP. Overheat. Red. Bad. Raises damage received. Stay out. It is on Switch. Everyone tell AJ you should... I'm gonna go bug Adrian about this. Isn't he live right now? No, I can't do that. I won't do that while live. I feel like that would be almost like advertising, but I think it's on Switch. That's excellent. And I feel like this game has probably been on Game Pass since like December. I got this key back in December, the 8th. So, man, when did this one go live? When did this one get officially published? Because like I feel like if it released so late in the year, it probably didn't get considered for like Game of the Year, which is a total bummer. I think in December, man, it just like missed all the gaming. Well, God of War Ragnarok released pretty late, huh? Too, and they made some room for that. But I don't know if people knew about this game back then. I had said earlier that I am following an artist who is like chronicling their adventure through this on Twitter, and I was like, this game looks beautiful. What the hell is this? And I was like, oh, this is the game I've had a key for since December. What? Use different options to make the cursor move back to the left. Okay, stay in the green, get out of the red. Ah, look at my team. This is so great. All right. 69 HP. Oh, you can't see the HP. You're all I make myself a wee bit smaller. There we go. I'm probably in the middle. Oh no, technically. Well, I'm making it worse. This is fine. This is technically normal. Yeah, we don't know about gays yet. I'm crossing my fingers and toes. You started because you were bored of the holidays. Nice. If it was good. Perfect. Let's do wide swing. This hits a lot of people. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this is going to move us in that yellow bar up a little bit closer to the green. Oh, wide swing, I thought hit a lot of people. Maybe they're not in close enough formation to hit. Okay. So this about... Oh, I love the tooltip coming up. Tell me what the hell that is. Marlock. I think that's... Is that my big... Oh, yeah, that's my big lion man. He might be a bull. They do call them Iron Bull, so... a magical fire attack dealing twice damage to one and motivating words. Oh, both of these are going to push us into the green. Motivating words increases defense in mind by 15% for all. I like that. Let's do that. Also, we need a heal on Glenn, my boy. We're in overdrive, baby. Okay, now we need some green skills in order to... Does that scooch us back or move us into overdrive? Wherever we're at, we're fine. Water Prison for Hein. A magical water attack dealing 0.7x damage to all. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Yeah. You surf. That is a dolphin, yes. He just water attacked him. He's got a big hammer that looks like a hammerhead shark. I think it's pretty dope. Okay. I might lower the defense of these commanders, because this guy just gave himself a buff. Oh dear, no. Okay, we really gotta help out Glenny boy. Ah, Glenn! Oh my god, and the fish is not doing well either. Okay, this is gonna help us stay in overdrive too. Ugh, you know, Hein is worse for wear. So let's heal him. Cool. Alright, let's fire burst one of these fools. And it looks like I do not have to just target the first row. I can target anybody. Okay. Maybe we'll keep debuffing some of these folks. Okay. I do like that water prison. This poison cannot be resisted either. I do love poison. But I do like the idea of kind of drowning everybody. Did I just... Oh dear, I'm in overheat. Oh lord. We're receiving more damage now. Yikes. But we can defend. Defending is going to push us back a bit. Helping hand... Oh, wait! This is a toughie. Oy vey. Helping hand would push us further into overheat. Wide swing would pull us back into overdrive. but Helping Hand will keep freaking Glenn from dying. I do like the idea of drowning everybody, just putting on a watch list. Damn it. Also, the reason why I reached back here is I just felt my lumbar support cushion pop out of place because I leaned back too much. Damn it. Ooh, what's better? Well, I think we should go with the wide swing and just hope we take out some folks. Very risk and reward, right? Do it, my dude. Okay, we did take out some folks. That's good to see. Okay. All right. Glenny boy. The drown will really help us here. I have a question to ask chat. Here's an eggplant question for y'all. Does defense debuff stack? I'm curious about that. So if I wanted to do armor break, could I do it twice in a row, or is it just a one thing? It extends the duration. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. It also tells me up there what's the turn order of these guys so I can take out which guy would be coming up next. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna weaken this guy a bit more and hope that the fish man drowns him to death. Okay. Water prison also moves us further into overdrive. That's great. So let us hope we drown these fools. Oh, they didn't get drowned! Oh no! Ah! 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 My fish! Why are you hurting my fish? This sucks. Oh my god, I thought for sure we would drown them. Okay. But I think these guys are pretty much almost all dead. I hope. Let me get this Targaryen commander out. Or an overheat. Yuck. Ugh. This might take him out. I know we're gonna be further into overheat, but I'm really hoping to God. Oh! That was so close. If that didn't take him out, our dolphin would be gone. Hello, Gorvis Delta. Welcome on in. So you live. Barely. Fools! The sky armors were our biggest hopes to end all this quickly. We didn't stand a chance. They call you an ace pilot, and yet you can't even— Shut up, both of you. Save your strength. The stone is near. We will fight the remaining foes on foot. Forward! Ah! Oh my god! Someone needs to get a screenshot of this for my brother. I'm taking a picture of this on my— I'm going full grandma. I didn't tell my brother to play this game immediately. Hold on, I'm sending them this on Discord. A furry mech. So good. My brother said, go for it. I've heard good things about Chain Echoes. Jim, there are furries, mechs, and furry mechs in Chained Echoes. It's a good game. It's a good game. Dude, that looks so cool. It's kind of got like an Egyptian pharaoh kind of styling to it too. That's cool. That's pretty rad. The game over screen is nice. It lets you retry a battle, letting you adjust your party beforehand, or lets you use the last autosave. That's pretty rad. I like that a lot. The sky armor again? This is bad. No choice but to fight it now. Me getting over COVID is really helping me do man voices. Don't worry, Commander! Guys! We'll deal with it. You go ahead and destroy the stone. Stay alive, you hear me? Of course. The guy's like, I really wish I was fine. Oh. So, the enemy has reached the stone. I'm sorry, my lord, but the casualties were— Spare me the details. Everything is going according to plan. Time for the final act. I know. First Vampire Survivors now. This COVID has given me +10 influencing skills. I'm so sorry. There's just a lot of good games out there. How great is that, though? Vampire Survivors was also a game that was given to me by the developers, so somehow they're finding me and giving me the good stuff, which I appreciate. The Opus Stone. Once it's destroyed, the ether cannons are out of fuel. Oh. Oh, man. It does have very Egyptian styling. Your assault ends here, fiends. I thought... Why? It's that sky armor again. That means the others are... I remember that sky armor now. That's Wyan, the famous doppelsoldier. And I know of you as well. Band of the Iron Bull. What madness has befallen you to take such a mission? What did Gravos lure you with? What, Gravos? No, Lavos, never mind. With gold they do not possess? Do you even realize what you're dealing with? We need to get past him. Then we smash the stone. Not if I smash your skulls first, you fools. Oh, Lord. Okay. Oh, boy. Motivating words, I think, is a good start. Prepare to perish, friends. That'd be great. You played this for like 15 hours, and you still haven't unlocked your mech yet. Oh, I can't wait to play with the mech again. That was so much fun. But this combat is also really good, too. I have not played the latest Fire Emblem Engage yet. Quantum is playing it, and a few other people in Discord are playing it. I want to give it a try eventually. I think it's going to be good enough, right? So some folks are saying that like it's not to the same standard as Three Houses, but like Three Houses was 3 stories in one, plus DLC, so... Let's motivate ourselves, shall we? He sang? That's great. What do you think he sang? Alrighty. Why? Oh, well. It does do 1.1x damage, but I feel like we should save his TP for healing when we need it. So let's just do a regular attack. And then I do love a good poison smash. Love the damage over time. Big fan of it. Even if it's 24, that's fine. We're in overdrive. Hey. A multi-hit attack. Love it. But let's do the armor break. Oh, Lord. He's a big boy. Hello, Fox Soundcut. Good to see you. Motivating words just to get us back into overdrive. I think we should just do the fire burst, then we can pull back for motivating words next turn. Plus, oh, now it displays. Okay, above the indicator that says those blue skills help, there's a 2 to the left of it. I didn't see that on the tutorial. Alrighty. We'll just do a regular attack for Kylie. One more turn until it changes the skill type that keeps us in overdrive. So we already did armor break him, right? Yeah, okay. So we'll multi-attack them. Bing, bang, boom. Okay, now healing things put us back into overdrive. So that's good. I'm pretty sure he's still poisoned for a bit, so I might just do a regular attack. Get him, Hein. Fire shell. Rough. Hey, healing would be nice. Fire burst. That takes a 15. Not bad. The dog's acting up again. Oh my god. Okay. Are you still doing your thing? Oh no, we gotta debuff him again. Oh my god, we're in overheat. Not anymore though. Okay, who needs it the most? I think it automatically selects who needs it the most. Where's this fool's H bar? I haven't been paying attention. I didn't know he didn't have an H bar. Oh no! Oh, you're right. That sucks. Rough. That says canned. Maybe he's weak to dog food. Well. Yes, we are certainly at overheat, but that won't last too long because we got this great buff going on. A regular attack won't push us too far into overdrive. Let's just do a regular attack then. Did it interrupt me? Hey, scumbag! Try this dynamite! It's not detonating. Maybe we can give it a smack? Are you serious? Well, can I target it directly? Okay, it says wide swing damages all. I don't want to get up close and blow myself up. I do also want to heal. So Hein can, well, drowning the water prison. Let's see. It doesn't select. I'm worried about it. But try it. This didn't happen during yours because you told him not to throw the dynamite. Hold on. All right, Hein, get in there. I'm sure it's okay. Hell yeah. 200 damage is not bad. I mean, I don't know how much we have been doing, but it's not bad. Oh, I'm all out of PP. That's okay. I'm gonna eat this candy. Does that take a turn? That does take the turn. Okay. Fair enough. Shall armor break on YYN? Oh man, it's time to get up. Can't believe this. That means okay, I'll do this now so it doesn't cut into the battle. But an ad is going to run in a minute, in 58 seconds. I'm just going to run it now. Promise you I'm just going to get up and stretch. So folks who are not subbed, you're not missing anything. Here I am, getting up. This music's pretty spectacular so far. Pretty fantastic. Ugh. Ugh. I hope there's giant-ass fights that are so long that there's also intermissions. That would be great. Maybe a musical interlude. That'd be pretty rad. Alright. Oh man, I did hear my back crack when I stood up. That's wild. So, how are y'all doing? Touch my toes a bit. I'm gonna check my phone and see what my brother thought of this game. Let's see what Jim said. Let's see what my brother thought of the mecha that I sent him. Let's have a look. I'm aware, but thank you. Of course he is. Thought I was breaking brand new news for my brother. I'm aware. Why aren't you playing it right now? Actually, don't start playing this game right now, Jim. It'll kick me off. Okay, excellent work. I do think we should Healing Hand Marlock. I've finished this game 7 times. Alright, good heals, good heals. I do think a Poison Smash would be good again. Now, we did blow this guy up with dynamite, but I can't help but notice he isn't dead yet! What the hell? It'd be pretty rad if Poison stacked. Foyer tail. Rough. Hey, that was very rough, actually. I'm gonna do some motivation, though. That'll put us back in overdrive, because right now we're overheated, so we take more damage, and that sucks. And a good little armor break would be nice, too. Even further back in overdrive. And a heal will send us even further back into overdrive. I guess Hein next. Why not? These are good chunky heals, by the way. This is no, like, 2 damage heal. I wonder if they'll roll our HP back, like if we're, like, level 10 just for this first fight or something. Curious about it. I believe we just poisoned him, so might hold off until the next turn. Yeah, he's poisoned for another 4 turns. Hello, Admiral Acmeer. Hello, Smee. Good to see you. How's it going? I'm feeling okay. I was very tired before I started the show, but this game has really energized me. All right, rough. Owies. Could do another motivating thing. I guess I'll push us further into overdrive, so it extends it. Very cool. One of these. Give him one of these. Pushes further into overdrive. Okay, he's defensive now. Think it's time for some more heals. Okay. He is already poisoned you. I do love that it tells you what the status things are. I'm used to something like the sprites flashing green and stuff, but I do like that instead the information is consolidated, you know? So you don't have to wait for like a cycling symbol. Alright, let's just do a regular attack. Although... oh, we were out of sweets. Damn. Used my last sweet. Well, I could defend. It's fine. We're fine. It's fine. Motivating words would push us further into overdrive. We don't need it, technically. Schreiger, it's really good so far. It's pretty rad. I mean, it's beautiful. The music is fantastic. The combat is really enjoyable, and the story is pretty cool so far. Oh! Got him! With the poison! Haha! Damage every time, baby. We did it! Now for the Opus Stone. No! Commander, Kylian! Opus Stone? What have they told you? Glenn, smash it. Stop, boy. That's no Opus Stone. It's not fueling anything. Don't listen to him. Go! Fools! The grimoire! Uh-oh. Huh? What's this light? Uh-oh. Well. Uh-oh. That might have been a nuke, possibly. Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, Boise. The pillars of fire are a bad situation. Oh my god! Oh my god. Oh, we're dead. Glenn is dead, right? We're wicked dead, right? Unless I'm like the chosen one or something. Valandis, a continent with a proud history of over 3,000 years. Once it was home to the magical city of Nisa, center of magical teachings, but since its downfall, Valandis has been consumed by war. For 6 generations, 3 kingdoms have been battling for domination. In the north, the kingdom of everlasting rain, Terran. Oh my god, 3 kingdoms? A Fire Emblem 3 Houses reference? I'm sorry. I'm annoying. The greatest harbor in all, Valandis, Farnsport, and its kingdom, Eskania, to the south. Eskania? Finally, in the east, the proud nation of Gravos. In 806 of the 7th era, Terran conquered Gravos. A few days later, during an attempt to reconquer lost territory, the greatest accident of the war occurred. A powerful explosion engulfed the eastern part of the continent. Tens of thousands of people died. Oh my god! We're really massively screwed up! The weapon that could cause such destruction remained unknown. Thanks, Night Raven. I really bungled that one, didn't I? Thank you so much for the bits, though. I appreciate that. Every game is Fire Emblem and every creature is Pokemon, pretty much, yeah. Here, let me scoot my little camera down so y'all can read too. The weapon that could cause such destruction remained unknown. They did not know about the grimoire. Nobody told them about that. Since none of the three kingdoms admitted to possess such a weapon, fear finally drove the rulers to sign a peace treaty. This ended the war after 156 years. Yeah. Yeah. In 807, 1 year after the signing of the treaty, a celebration was held in Farnsport to mark the anniversary. Oh, you know, I get a little Final Fantasy 14 gun shy when it comes to celebrating stuff. I feel like every time we have a celebration of Final Fantasy 14, something breaks bad. There he is, Rob. I was not mistaken. Look for yourself. We're in Farnsport. Beautiful Farnsport. Rule 1, do not drink anything ever! If my character drinks anything ever again in a Final Fantasy 14, I'm gonna be so upset. Sitting right in the tree close to Lady Parnella's route. I do see him, but maybe he just wants to get a good look at the parade. He wouldn't need a sword for that. Also, they're forbidden during the festivities. Are you sure that's a sword? I could hardly recognize it. Rob, as exemplary members of the City Watch, it's our most urgent task to pursue this. We're supposed to guard the castle today, Princess. Her true identity is Princess Celestia Valkyria of Tern, sister to Prince Frederick. Shortly before the end of the war, she fled the castle to see more of the world, as well as her people's struggles, worries, and hopes. In order to become a better princess to them. After a chain of events. Anyway, she ended up as a guard of the City Watch for Terran's enemy kingdom. Interesting. How far into 14 are we? I just fought a dragon. Again. With the help of another dragon. Yeah. It was great. There you go. I finished 3.3. Sorry for my voice break, by the way. I'm still getting these things sorted out. So, she ended up as a guard in the City Watch for Terran's enemy kingdom. Rob, don't call me that. Forgive me, you're... Rob. Sorry, Len. Heir to House of Riermeyer. Rob grew up as a ward in the castle of Tormund together with Len. Once he learned that she planned to flee the castle, he insisted on tagging along. Her well-being is his highest priority. Yes, I did Fairly Gay. It was great. Am I planning on continuing after the free trial ends? Probably. Ugh. Yes, probably. I mean, I can't just stop now. Cool stuff is happening in the game. It's a miracle that we have not yet been discovered. If anyone here finds out who I am. Anyway, let's make haste towards the West Gate anon. Let's, hurry? Let's hurry to the West Gate. Yeah, the regular folk don't say anon. We don't say anon. After defeating bosses or finishing special tasks, the party will gain grimoire shards. Oh, Lord. No! Drop and run! That's radioactive! Oh, no! Oh, my God. Owning a grimoire shard is similar to a level up. I'm becoming very radioactive. Hello, Martin. Good to see you. Playing this game is really boosting up my, my energy. So, join your free company, you have burritos. That is very tempting. Is the guacamole free? Was it me who was playing Bear and Breakfast the other day? It was. I was playing Bear and Breakfast. It was very cute. We say anon if we're talking about anonymous. Yeah, sometimes. But not like, we will hurry there anon. You know, or whatever. Get there anon. So, owning a grimoire shard is similar to a level up. You can use it to strengthen your characters. Gaining one grimoire shard allows all party members to make use of it. Y'all, I'm worried about the grimoire shards. They blew up the whole country. Tens of thousands of people died. Do you know there's a guac item in the game? We will check out. Okay, thank you. I'm a big fan of guacamole. I know it's a contentious subject. I know OK Adrian does not like guacamole. He's not a big fan of avocados. I love them though. Give them to me. We shall get there anon, ere they find the shards. That's a good thing to say, and is not suspicious at all. In the Learn Skill menu, 3 types of skills can be learned. Action skills, which can be used in battle by selecting and spending TP. Passive skills, which are automatically active in battle. And stat boosts, which raise the single stat of a character. Okay. I see that breakdown there. Very cool. So there's cross slash and armor break, which we had on on Glenn earlier. Oh, isn't that funny? This game also starts off with a dead Glenn. Fire Emblem Three Houses reference. Huh. I mean, let's effing go gamers for real, for real. That's more like it. There you go. Now we're talking like gamers. In moderation, grimoire shards can be enjoyed with a healthy breakfast. Why do I feel like that would be like a Fallout commercial or something? Poison resistance, fire resistance, human killer? Oh god. While stat boosts are automatically added to your character's attributes, I'm crossing my legs again, I guess that's up. Automatically added to your character's attributes and are permanently active. Action and passive skills need to be equipped. This can be done in the set skill menu. God, wouldn't it be so dope if we get to fight like our starting 4 party, like Hein, Iron Bull guy, the guy who had a family, and Glenn again, but they're all like radiated monster super bosses or something. They did say it was a suicide mission indeed. But what were they thinking? Just blowing up the whole... Like, who does that? Who just blows up a whole city-state? There is what is called an avocado... Oh, there is what you think is an avocado. It's called an alligator pear. That is a nickname for avocados. Alligator pears. So that is probably an avocado. That is an avocado right there. Yep. Oopsie poopsies. Yeah, I think they were certainly misinformed. I think they were told it was an opus stone. It was the grimoire. Big whoopsie. I don't know if anybody made it, Nat. Given the great pillars of fire and the light and the big bomb thing. Very scary. I'm gonna hitch my lung. Ugh. You can use SP skill points in the set skills menu to level up your action and passive skills. Interesting. I think I'm gonna need a lozenge. All that gruff bull voiceover I did. Getting to me. I don't know where they're called alligator pears. I don't know if it's a southern thing or if it's a translation of another word for avocado. But avocado is another avocado thing that might translate to alligator pear. Or it just might be... I'm gonna stop with the avocado facts. Anyway, additionally, every character will accumulate SP that is placed into their own private pool. I'm sorry for the lozenge, by the way. I usually don't have anything in my mouth while I stream. But with my throat, I can't stop the show now. I gotta play more of this game. So I gotta have the eucalyptus do its work. Every character will accumulate SP that's placed into their own private pool, where you may distribute it freely to whichever skill is available for that specific character. Cool. Well, how about this? Goodbye, Glenn. Hello, Len. Interesting. Let's see. We've got Water Thrust, Cleanse, and Fire Thrust. Cool. Let's check out the passive stuff. No passive skills yet. Rob has Counter Cure. 30% chance to counter single target physical attack by curing a random ailment on the self. Interesting. Could be a Florida thing, yeah. It's Caribbean and Louisiana, which says Creole to you. That makes sense. Yeah. You love all the tooltips. I love tooltips as well. That's what I need. Okay. Okay, if I learn 6 more skills, I can unlock the next tier of skills. Interesting. Flying Killer, you do more damage to flying type monsters. Raises TP by 10%, that's great. Wind resistance and blind resistance. Ultra move. I can't wait for ultra moves. It's gonna be great. Pandemic? Oh, come on now. Spreads targets poison toxic to all enemies. Okay, so you poison one guy and then you hit pandemic and everyone's poisoned? Come on, y'all. It's too much. Now, if I'm gonna have poison shot, I want to hit pandemic on. Because that does sound good. So I might take off counter cure and hit pandemic. Yeah. Oh, wait, is that a learn? Oh. 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 I'm so sorry. I'm learning. So sorry, but I just realized we have that extra star point, which I think is the grimoire point. So I thought I had to turn off counter cure to get pandemic, but I was just allocating points into pandemic. Great. I know Rob is toxic, right? Love that. Okay. I might go for TP up. That sounds good for her. I feel like she's gonna... Wow. My HP rose, my TP rose, my attack rose, my magic rose, my defense rose, my mind rose. I got a shower when I destroyed that city-state. We should do that again. That was great. It worked out for us a lot. Okay. And let's see. Passive, we have TP up. How do I turn that on? I can't level it up. I guess it's just on. I hope it's on. And then active stuff, we have pandemic equipped. Okay, it seems to be activated. Cool. This is fantastic. Alrighty, so we've got that. I think we're good to go. Oh, let's check out it over here. You never know. Oh, damn. It's a box. Defeated by a waist-high box again. That is an air conditioning. Oh, I keep forgetting that, like, this game blends mech with fantasy. Like, tech with fantasy. So, of course, there's a in-window air conditioning unit. Of course there is. I need to check the armed person in front of the city gates. I believe they said that was to the west. The button prompts show at the bottom right. Oh, do they? Oh yeah, should I scooch myself back up? I can do that. This game is very pretty. Oh my god, the pixel art is gorgeous. Having an aircon is true fantasy for non-US folks like you. Oh look, it's telling me I should go in here. Hello there. I'm baking pastries to sell to the people. You want to know the secret ingredient? It's wood! You don't believe me? Whiskey gets its flavor from wooden barrels. Okay, I was like, don't put sawdust in there! Whiskey gets its flavor from wooden barrels as well. Wait, are you putting wood in there? And don't forget, croissant cheese is pressed through wood. I use it as flour. No, you are putting wood in here! Don't do that! Oh my god. I'm worried about these people. Ooh, what's around this one? Oh dear. Oh, when I was trying to remove the passive, there was a prompt that said X to remove. Oh. I see. It's a good thing I didn't actually remove it then, because I do enjoy having that passive. I just thought I had to, like, turn one thing off to have the other thing activated. But it doesn't seem to be the case. Hey! It's a lizard guy. Glenn was working with the lizard guy. I don't know if it's that exact wizard guy? Lizard guy. Hello, old man. I should bully him into playing it, yeah. Cursed feast. Is there something the matter? This town's finished. Okay, sorry, no. Oh, it's you two. Oh, I'm ever so disappointed by the view. All of this is so wrong. What do you mean? For some reason, mentioning blending mech and fantasy just reminded you. One of the Starfinder TRPG books laid out rules for single occupant vehicles that could be transformed into mechs. and smaller spaceships that can combine into larger ships. Ooh, Voltron! That's cute. This town's finished! I just love throwing a little Bloodborne in now and then.
6 generations, that's how long this war lasted. I'm 72 years old, and even my great-grandfather was born during this war. This country has known nothing but hatred and pain for a very long time. But yet, look at how forgetful these people are. They cheer their fellow countrymen's murderers.
If forgiveness is the price for their dream of peace, they seem willing to pay it.
You plague-ridden rat!
So good. Bloodborne enemy quotes are so good. Can I say,
"Don't tempt me, Frodo,"
in that voice? Is that what you want in Knives? You have to pay for the next one. People have paid higher prices for the cost, or higher costs for their dreams.
After all that's happened in the war, forgiveness is not a cheap price to pay, then. This might be something only we elderly can understand. I'm sorry. Ignore the ramblings of an old man in this forced cutscene that you can't ignore.
Who is this? Len! Well, if it isn't the greatest pilot in all of Veskania. It's the first time I've seen you in a fancy uniform. Terrible, isn't it? Len, our child was born this morning. Our child? Oh, no. Their child. Their child, I think. It's a girl, the most beautiful girl in the world. That's wonderful. How's Gabriella? Excellent. Only because of you. They're both doing well. If you hadn't brought us that medicine. I'll gladly pass on the thanks to my grandmother. She knew a lot about medicines. It must have been fate. Her name is Terelia. It's the old Bakian word for peace. Aww. That's true. I mean, it could be, like, I do not know the gender of Ro, so, I mean, Ro could have been like, hey, I just gave birth. Pretty cool, huh? Happened, and then I put my cape on, and I'm ready. This person has had way too many sawdust pasties. Yeah, this old man might be a little cross from the sawdust pasties. Ugh. Her name is Terelia. It's an old Bakian word for peace. My first daughter was born during the war. But Terelia has a chance to experience a time of peace. Isn't this so great? This person is talking to this old man who was like,
even my great-grandfather was born during the war.
Like, we're moving on, old man. The horrors of war shall remain unknown to her, and will do everything to keep it away. Well, I do think it's important to teach the children about their history, so we don't repeat it. You know? Bro. Remember, you saved the lives of my wife and daughter. I'm forever in your debt. There you are, Ro. Lady Elenia would like you to meet our most famous pilot. Follow me. Well, obligations. If it benefits peace, I shall even act as a showman. Until then. Tell me you don't know you live in a JRPG without telling me you don't know the JRPG. Right. Oh my god. I'll never tell my daughter about this war that's going on. Oh, this war that has ended. Oh! A floppy-eared lizard person. This rules. Farsport isn't called the Dancing City for nothing. Long live our freedom. I don't know the reasons, but some people are planning a riot today at the east gate of the palace. I hope you don't mind if I steal this from you. Didn't mind. Excellent. You'd been needing to level up in Persona 3, but you finally got the boss. Well done! A dog. Yeah! Yeah! Oh my god, are you seeing this band? Ha! Now this feels like some Earthboundian Mother 3 character art right here. That's good stuff. This is great. Oh yeah, that's the beat. That is the beat. Look at that big ant playing the drums. There's a clown on the guitar. A bunny boy on the flute. A punk up front, a love punk. And the ant. Ravana on the drums, exactly. The cabs are a practical way to get from point A to point B. Farnsport is huge after all. There's another pig person just like on the boat with us. But it seems to not be a unique sprite. It seems like there's maybe others like that. Check the armed person in front of the city gates. Ooh, this is interesting. Ooh, this is the cab, yeah? Whoa, look how big that person is. Do you wish to— Oh! Ah! Wait, is there no reason? Is this what I was supposed to do? Oh, shucks. Oh, dear. Are you okay, Admiral Akmir? Are you stuck in Twitch chat? Are you alright? Did you get swept up into the chat? Did I accidentally soft lock myself? Did I break the game? I do not know if Admiral Akmir is trying to help me or is isekai'd into chat. But here I am. I feel like I should check the armed person at the city gates. You died after the boss? I forgot. Oh, but you beat the boss again. Well, that's good. You're really sorry you thought you were in the IRC lobby. You did not know you're still in my chat. Okay. You gotta get isekai'd into that one. No worries. Have fun. But it will not help you. I thought you were panicking because I did the wrong thing and you're like, no, stop, quit. It could have been worse, right? Hello, Dream Pop Weed. Could have been way worse. Woo. Using WeChat, you couldn't figure out how to quit. Well, you certainly won't be quitting by typing in my chat. I don't think it'll help you much. Look at this little pig rabbit. What is your name? It's a pig ear. My old dog used to love chewing on pig ears. Okay, cool. Oh, she's got a lot of TP. I see. Oh, yeah. What about these ultra moves? I'm excited. I haven't done that yet. Magical water attack. Cool. Fireball. Oh, wow. She's got a spear. Quanta would love this. That is a spear tone princess indeed. Okay. I don't need to use pandemic, so I can just use power shot. Ooh. Very nice. Now we're in overdrive. We take less damage and we deal more. Oh my god, that's so cute! It does look a bit like a Digimon, yeah. Ah, pig ears are weak to fire, I see. Well, I hope this is the west. Well, Len did say that something to the west. There was like an armed person to the west. But I think I went the wrong way from the city gates. We're gonna find out. Oh my god, there's a duck down there. Look at this little fish in the water. Oh my god, it's so cute. Love the waterfall effect too. That is really pretty. And these little incidental— oh, the breeze shaking through the leaves there. Gorgeous. Big old seagull. Some wrens. A frog! A frog with the sound effects. Very good. Look over there, Rob. He's just wearing a bandana. Oh, but he's going to the skull thing. He's in danger. That's the person I saw earlier. Thank God I went the right way. He does indeed carry a weapon. Let's follow him. Look at all these good ducks. If he meowed, that would be, it would be very fantastical, wouldn't it? Ooh, that beach is looking good too. Ooh, what's up? Oh, climbing, and they put an item to entice you to climb. That might have been a little difficult for folks to see, so putting the item there is good. Aw, man, I can see Lady Parnell's convoy from here. Wish I was younger so I can climb up this cliff and get a better look. There's a lot of people here. Maybe I could sell a thing or two. How much money do I have? 1,000. A lozenge. Ooh, nice. An angel wing revives your character. Cool. Oh, there you go. I'll buy a few. Oh, that's telling me how much money I'll have left at the end. Cool. Oh, no money's left. Just a little bit of that. Okay, buy and quit. Cool. Now I'm well equipped. Love this big, luscious tree. That's a gorgeous tree. It's a good shop interface too, right? Beware of goblins. Okay, I'm ready. Is that fuzzy dice on a fly? Oh, it's a boxing fly. A box fly. Physical evade. Interesting. Well, poison will help. If we can hit, for Pete's sake. Removes the target's buffs. That's what we need. There we go. Look at this little punch. Cute. Let's try fire. I feel like fire on bugs should be good. I'm not tweaking our spot. Now he's poisoned. Let's see. Oh, either of these would be good. Let's try the water one. Maybe it's... Oh, sorry. I did fire again. Dangus. Okay. Well, we're... Oh, I did that and I pushed us out of overdrive. Gotta be more careful about that. So maybe we'll just do a power shot? Oh, I don't think I have to do a power shot. Just do a regular shot. You have to get some rest. You have an office day tomorrow. Have fun with this adorable game. I will. Thank you. I'm having a blast so far, Ewan. So, thank you so much for being here. And I hope to see you tomorrow for Sayonara Wild Hearts, I think. As a goblin, you're offended by the insistence that others need to be wary of us. Justified as it may be. I'll have a talk with the developers about it then. Sea of Stars. Is that what you're looking forward to, Tyrannus? I think it's made by, was it like, isn't there like some folks on maybe just like the music side of things that like scored Chrono Trigger or like Secret of Mana or something like that? I think it has some influences and it's done by the folks behind The Messenger. Very cool. Very, very cool. Did I come from south? I thought yeah, I came from this way. Let's down this way then. Ooh, the beach. I think I can hear little sandy footsteps. That's excellent. Huh. So we can go down this way, but is there anything else? There is a frog. I kind of want to go to the beach. You remember seeing a trailer for that at Summer Game Fest? Yeah. I do also recall seeing some stuff for Sea of Stars. Ah, snack. Excellent. Now, can I cross this water? No. I don't think it'd be too treacherous, but I'm wearing my nice shoes, so I shouldn't. It is, after all, Peace Day. Gotta look nice for Peace Day. What the heck are these? Oh, flowers. Under a waterfall? How romantic. A slimy worm. Ugh. Ah, big jump. Excellent. Okay, we can climb up there. We can also go under here. I'm curious about the climb. Oh, look at this Secret of Mana kind of mangrove. That's great. Hello, unit, and welcome back. Thank you for 34 months. I appreciate you. Breathtaking, and also, you are A-okay. Thank you so much, unit. How you doing today? Oh, swimming. Oh my god, there's swimming. Hell yeah. Interesting. How about damn that? I need to look for some sort of ramp or something. Oh! A plane's down. Excellent. Okay, that looks closed off to us. I don't seem to be able to hop up on any of these places. Yeah, now we can swim! But not before. Maybe it was... I have no idea. I don't know why they didn't let us get up earlier. Maybe it was a big drop or something. I'm not sure. This game is gorgeous. And it's wild. We triggered a nuclear explosion at the beginning. Like... Oops. Follow the armed person? But almost everyone has arms, yeah. Well, maybe their arms are very special. I love how much little hidden stuff is around here. Such a big, beautiful map, you know? I like that we're getting a lot of use out of it. Watson, you want to tell me about this swimming area? Go ahead. Sure, why not? I know! Well, you know, that's trauma, I guess, Naja. Now, the piggy is weak to fire. So let's hit the piggy with the fire. Very nice. Oh, I can go down those big waterfalls? Ooh, interesting. Let's poison shot the piggy. Then we'll need to cleanse that boxfly. So let's cleanse the boxfly, and then we might use pandemic. Let's do that. Yes, it worked. Sick. Alright, we're really getting bashed on. This is bad. Alrighty, so... Oh, it sounds like my sound is desynced a little bit. Hold on. I'm just going to deactivate and reactivate the source. There you go. Yeah, it sounded like it was slightly desynced. Okie dokie. And then this poison shot. I know this guy's already poisoned, but by doing that poison thingy... Oh, we got pushed out of overdrive. I should have been more careful. Oh my god, Jesus. What a terrible bug. I need to be very careful here, because if I use my the ability that gives us overdrive, it'll actually pull us out of overdrive again. So more movement into overdrive isn't always necessarily better. Let's beat up this fly. Please don't punch the hell out of the sick boy. Thank you. I don't think I tried water thrust. It's not one of its weaknesses. That's fine. Whoo, that was tough. Thank goodness you recover all HP after battle. Now, you said that I could... Oh, man. That looks like a place I should really go, huh? You said I can... go down big waterfalls and stuff. I don't remember how to get there is the problem. At least getting this. A plain stone. Watson, if I don't go down that big waterfall from before, am I missing out on something, like, critically important? Oh, it's over this way. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can go down this waterfall. Concrete? I have to, though. Wait, no, I can't. I cannot go down this waterfall. Not this one. Maybe, is there another bigger waterfall? The big ones? Oh, the big boys. You are right. Very cool. Not this little boy. Okay. But this way. Ah. Let's see what's going on in this cave. You know what? I would not think that you could go through waterfalls, so... Oh, damn. Get on back up there. Ooh, a medallion. Oops, I keep pressing the wrong button. Okay. I love a good medallion. It seemed like Rob was really getting wrecked, so let's give him the medallion. Gives him magic +3. Is she more the magic gal? She is more the magic gal. Sorry, Rob. Yes, I know. Instinct usually, well, like in a Pokemon game, if you you need like a skill to go down a waterfall. Oh, that was a drop. I see. Ah, interesting. That was a drop down area. Cool. Your biggest gripe of the game is unclear traversal options that they have. Yeah. They've done decently well so far with making the climbing stuff outlined harder in white, but it is still, I think they prioritize maybe the aesthetic over it, which I have to say isn't bad. It's a choice, you know? A lot of modern games now will be like, here is a bird poop covered ledge. That's the one you climb up on because it's covered in white. Go grab that ledge. That looks like it'll be slick and gross to touch. But it's like, it pops so you can see it. I don't think we should be down here. That sounds like, yeah, that sounds unsettling. Another earthquake? We've never had this many, as many as this in Last Moons. And yet, those were only small ones. People say that a massive earthquake is imminent. One as big as the one that devoured Nisa. Do you really think these ruins are from that time? From the time of Nisa? Maybe. Many castles and watchtowers sank into the ground during that time. Once they were home to loyal soldiers. Today they offer shelter only to rats. And by rats I mean them. Okay, good. I thought he was talking about actual goblins. I'm telling you, we should get out of here. These ruins only bring bad luck. Everywhere you look, there's goblins. Filthy creatures. Well, if you were chased out of your home, you wouldn't be any nicer than them. Their home? Don't make me laugh. 2 years ago, there were no goblins here to begin with. I have no idea where they came from, but they don't own anything here. Can also make replays more enticing? Yeah, really checking for obscure nooks. That's a good point, Nat. I'm not going to be exploited by those fine gentlemen up in their castles, only to be robbed by the creatures here underground. Come now, save your breath. You don't have a choice anyways. This world be damned. Trying to vary my voices. Oh, our target's not here. Really? Those guys looked exactly like the guy we were chasing, but... Our target's not here. He must have gone deeper into the cave. At least you were right. They certainly look like robbers. The question is, what are they planning? That's what we need to find out. Time to investigate the cave. Cool blue mushrooms. Green, sorry. I need to get down there somehow. I have to look for a falling off point or climbing down point. See, now that's a fall off point right there. This music's great. You okay, Nat? Ah! Jesus God. Sorry. Scare the hell out of me. Maybe we shouldn't risk our life like this. We live for adventure, apparently. Poisoning this fella. And then I think a little fire. Scarecrow. You'd think that humans are weak to fire. I'm weak to fire. Like a pleasant fire in the fireplace, that's fine. However, actual fire on me is bad and I hate it. Heck yeah, we're in overdrive. Great. Maybe water. Not weak to that, okay. He got 2 turns? That sucks. These both do the same amount, and they cost the same amount, so not much we can really do here. Alright, let's take out one of these folks. Probably this robber, because I think the next one might be killed by the poison. You're allergic to being on fire, you break out in second and third degree burns. Yeah. I think as do we all. The door's locked. We need a key. Oh, that's a hard wall. This is not a wall. Interesting. Well, I want to go this way. I can't. Oh, yes, I can. A little bit of treasure. A snack. But I still want that item over there. So I have to find a way to get to that eventually. I feel like we're going to run into some guys here. Hard wall, not a wall, and then narwhals. Narwhals might be like a playable species in this. You're allergic to death, as am I. I'm also allergic to nuclear, which was an affliction in Persona 5. Alright, this looks like a fight. Well, is this a fight or are these goblins? Oh, it's a fight. I don't want to fight you. You're just kind of chilling. That's rough. Well. Not weak to water. Angry gibberish. Okay. They've got attack buffs? That's gonna be rough. Oh. Okay, that's not too bad actually. So water I think is what I tried first. Let's try fire. Not allergic to that. We are now in overdrive. He healed? Gotta get rid of that guy. Gots to get rid of him. That's no good. And it's 7. Okay. Oh, and that reminds me, I haven't been keeping an eye on the ad dashboard. I have no idea if it's been running ads or not. Oh, next ad is in 11 minutes. Great, that'll happen while I'm eating my lunch. Perfect. Or my dinner. Whatever. I do want to cleanse these buffs. That's like a no good. Gotta get that shaman out of here. Can you believe it's 7 already? Should probably pause during this battle and get back to it. Yeah. Let me do that. I hate to interrupt us in the middle of this very important goblin battle. But I need to take a break. So I'm going to have to cut the music and play some other music. Like so. Time for some chill music. I am gonna go take my doggy downstairs. I'm gonna take my meds and I'm gonna eat the lunch that I packed. Oh no, I knocked over my box of crunchy bars at some point. It's terrible. And I'm gonna eat the lunch I packed. I packed myself some sliced apples, sliced oranges, baby carrots, and a turkey ham and cheese sandwich. So I shall be eating well. And when I come back, I will be well rested, well fed, medicated, and all that jazz, and ready to fight these goblins. So I'll see y'all soon. That passed extremely quickly. These last 2 hours. That's pretty great. So I look forward to more of that soon. We are back to Chained Echoes as a part of New Year, New Game Every Day. I wanted to point out I had a lovely break. Took my meds, took the dog downstairs, ate my lovely, lovely food. Checked on my folks, yada yada yada. I wanted to point out this goblin's attire at the bottom left. He has a watering can as his weapon. He's got a shovel head as a shield, and he's got a bucket on his head, like a paint bucket. It's so good. I love his little outfit. And these goblins might really kill me. These goblins are no joke, dude. They're messing me up. So I'm gonna have to eat a snack. Because we don't have any healing stuff. How good is this snack? That's a good snack. Hey, that was a good snack. I had a turkey ham and cheese sandwich using up some ham that definitely was going to go bad in a few days. You have never heard of this game before. This is Chained Echoes. Genpo, the only thing I'm holding out for is I'm hoping there's gay people in this. So far, I haven't seen any gay people yet. So it might be one of the slowest games to get gay. We've had a lot of games that are right out of the gate like, boom, gay. So I'm waiting. We're at the tip of the iceberg now, but hopefully we'll melt down to gay. This came out in December, early December, Genpo. It's called Chained Echoes, and the beginning of this game is wild. It's got mechs in it, Genpo. It has got like furry mechs in it. It's so wild. Oh my god. I wish y'all saw the mechs. I wish y'all saw the Egyptian furry mech that we fought that nearly killed me. And also warned me to not strike an object that I thought was just an opus stone that we were sent to go destroy. I broke it and it detonated a nuclear missile, essentially. Like, we just caused such a disaster. It killed tens of thousands of people. Oops. And now I'm a different character. And so that's Chained Echoes so far. It was like so wild. It was probably one of the best starts a game has had, honestly, this whole New Year, New Garrity event. Totally wild. Big mistake. It's very this emote you have, Keen. That one. It's that one. Have they buffed themselves? Oh, yeah, get rid of that. What's the name? Oh, Apico is the name the game I was telling Jade about on Steam. Apico. Yeah, that one. That's the one. As soon as we hit the grimoire and it blew up and the nuclear bomb happened, I was like, oh no, are we the baddies? Oh god. It was a lot. Apico, it was so great. Wait, is that Carl Sagan? No, that's Beanie Hipster. I thought that was just Carl Sagan from a different angle. I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling very good, Morphinius. I was so tired throughout the whole day. It seems like I saved my entire energy for this moment. So, I'm feeling like an extra wide bee bobble. Suppose that's one way to give you some levels. Yeah, so you can get a feel for the game, right? Then they reset you, but then, because the grimoire exploded, it gave us the shard so we can get a new skill. So, like, it's still kind of carried on. And our characters that we're playing with now are as strong, if not stronger, than the characters we were playing as before. So, I think that was a fantastic intro to, Oh, darn, he was already poisoned. I didn't know. Bang it. It was a fantastic intro to the mechanics of the game. Oh, boy, but I collected all that money and snacks and stuff. I just realized. I went out of my way to get all those little, like, items and things. I don't think we kept any of that. Whoops. Am I mind braked? Am I mind broken? I gotta get rid of the shaman because he's healing everybody. Got a main line getting rid of this boy. Oh, I can... Okay, this is a really cool mechanic for Genpo and folks who weren't here when they explained this. In the top left, there is the overdrive bar. Every move I make pushes me either, like, further out of or further back into overdrive. When you're in overdrive, you deal more damage, you take less damage. So, it says, if I do that purple skill up there, then I get pulled back. So I'll stay in that sweet spot of overdrive. If I do another skill like power shot or poison shot or even a regular attack, it's going to move me a little bit further ahead. So I'm going to do Pandemic, which is a wild skill. It was a wild name for a skill. It's going to attack this shaman and spread his poison to his next guy. Oh, and my skills cost less too. That's pretty rad, isn't it? So now he's poisoned and they're both poisoned because it's spread via a simulated pandemic, I guess. All right, now my gal's at a TP. I really got to take the shaman out, though, so I'm going to give him the old Pokerooski. I got his goblin skull by killing that goblin. That's rough. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, it's an interesting take on the stamina system. I haven't tried Ultra Move, though. Should we try it? Let's do it. Okay, Supreme Elemental Rainfall deals high non-elemental magic. Well, you call it Elemental Rainfall. Now it's non-elemental. Damage to all enemies. I would like to see it. Oh my god. Yo! Whoa! Sorry. Sorry to that goblin. That was rough. And after every battle, your HP and MP, well, I guess TP, are recovered. So I'm good to go. We're like back to full. healthy, happy, moving on with their lives. I have SP. Can I spend that on stuff like set skills? Level up. Press on Y to level up, and it's not leveling anything up. So probably not. Interesting. Can I get wind throws? No. Alright. I'll figure out how leveling up works soon. Ooh. So, damn it. Swift sandals, huh? Let's see what these swift sandals are. Now, agility 19, 17. I think he's gonna... What the hell is this? I think he should have the sandals. Did that make him swifter? Excuse me? Pardon? Wait, what does that mean? Hold on now. Flip? Back. What is back? What do you think is back? Oh, that. Ah, he has a 75% chance to act first in battle. Cool. Okay. So there's 2 pages. It's an indicator of 2. Oh, you have to be able to pay the full amount to level up a skill. Okay, let me go back and look at that then. So when we go to set skills. So I need 287 to level this up, and I only have 8. Okay. Right before the COVID pandemic started, you picked up a game called Pandemic. Yes. Video game adaptation of a board game. Specifically for playing with your cousin's kids when they came over. But then COVID happened. It doesn't seem like a fun choice anymore, right? Yeah, I remember when Pandemic the game, I think was first out on, and people were playing it on YouTube. I was like mesmerized by it. Yeah, I think the devs may have pulled it from Steam for a while just because it's like, it's not very kosher. But I think they probably put it back on. Yeah, it's a stressful board game, right? It's a very intense board game. I recently watched a review. I don't know if it was a pre-pandemic review or a continuing pandemic review by Sungwon, Pro ZD, where he talked about Pandemic and playing it with a lot of folks and really enjoying it. So, but it might be a board game for like big board game fans. When your kids was out with COVID for a couple weeks, a couple weeks ago. Today you played Mario Kart and she's like, I played every single course of Mario Kart when I was at home with COVID, with my parents. We call it the COVID Cup. Oh my goodness. Hey, good that they had a good sense of humor about it. My COVID viewing was largely, I promise you I'm gonna stop talking about this goddamn show. Physical 100. Has anyone watched it yet? If you got some time and you like Ninja Warrior type stuff. Physical 100. Ugh, Genpo! The German guy's so interesting, right? I love every guy. Well, not every one of them. I'm not a big fan of bulk up. But I also love every woman. To a T. Missing none of them. Every woman, I love her. And hand in marriage, please. Oh my god, the bodybuilding women. That little YouTuber is so cute too, the girl with like the pink purple hair. He said, I'm physically German, but I'm Korean at heart. And he takes every opportunity to say something in Korean. He's so funny. He's like, I gotta get this. I gotta get my camera time. It's so funny, this guy. You love when everyone walked in, every guy's jaw was just like, oh, yeah. So it's not a battle royale. It's more like feats of strength that single out, like the first feat of strength cuts the, like determines the order of contestants, like from strongest or best at this exercise to like least best at this exercise. Then the second real exercise has them go one-on-one, and then half of the team is eliminated. Then they have to go in like teams of 4 or 5, and then it'll continue to cut it by half. So it's bodybuilders, it's athletes, it's soldiers, it's fitness YouTubers. There's like guards in it. There's like a guy who owns a car dealership who's just kind of big. There's like Iron Man contestants, that kind of stuff. Yeah, that German guy also speaks English too. You know who I'm rooting for? I'm rooting for Dustin Nippert. Dustin Nippert, former, I think Diamondbacks pitcher. He actually, when he won his match, he was like, and I was like, oh, Dustin, you learned how to do it in Korea. The little love youth signs. Love him. He's so tall. It's so funny. Fitness YouTubers are real people, not scripted. Can you believe it? Yeah. They let him out of the box. Oh my god. It's so funny. I love the show so much. And I get so invested in every match. I got so invested in H&H's match. And I was like, man, I'll not support this institution, but go H&H! Terrible part! Anyway. You didn't even get the chance to say that's a baseball name. Yeah, Dustin Nippert. The Arizona Diamondbacks or something like that. Anyway, I love, that's been one of my COVID viewings. I watched a lot of that with Mom. It was so funny because it had just gotten added and we were like, what is this? Because she watches so much like K-dramas and stuff. So I guess it was like, this is Korean, do you like this? And we were like, what is this? I don't know if we're gonna like this. Turned it on and we're like, I like this. This is good. This is very good. And they all walk into this room that has their busts on it. Oh my gosh. So like you're just looking at statues of shirtless people. It's great. It's a good show. Anyway, I also watch a lot of Great British Bake Off, which is an entirely different vibe. Fully different vibe. Oh, you don't know what Ninja Warrior is? It was a phenomenon back in the early to mid 2000s. It's called Sasuke in Japan. And it is a course of physical strength. They got a lot of spin-offs. I know there's American Ninja Warrior now. I think John Cena hosts a show that is that also, basically, where you have to do like an obstacle course. But yeah, Ninja Warrior is an obstacle course kind of thing. And I loved Ninja Warrior back in the day because it was all just like, I'd say a quarter to a half of the contestants in Ninja Warrior were there. They were like comedians that were there to make an ass of themselves. It was really funny. And the rest of them were like a gas station owner who was one of the physically fittest contestants and like trained his grip strength by hanging on to the end of his like, you know, gas station roof or whatever. And I'm like, okay. All right, Mr. Yamamoto, that's intense, but cool. Like fishermen. I think there was a fisherman from Nagasaki who consistently did very well, and then finally one day, actually won. The Rocket is a show, yeah. Sasuke tournament contestants are no joke. Yeah, they were physically fit folks. They do it Titans, interesting. They were like Olympian level athletes. Oh, that's some of the folks who's on. By the way, literally, there are literal Olympians on Physical 100, and they just made 2 Olympians go head to head in a team match that was so intense. It's a cliffhanger. I can't wait to find out next Tuesday what happens. Anyway, that's what I've been doing for COVID. As I've been healing up with my mom, watching Physical 100, which is such a good show. I wish they'd pay me to talk about it, but instead I'll just sit here and not get paid. And Great British Bake Off. And then I found out there's like Great Professional British Bake Off where people are actually professionally British. Can you believe it? No, it's just like actual patisseries and stuff. There's also the Junior Baking Show. So many spin-offs. Anywho. Back to Chained Echoes, which is an extremely good game. Is this the drop down for that item? I'm curious. I mean, oh wait, it's not a drop. We got this already. Professionally British. Some people are out there. They've been training their whole lives to be British. So I think we should go up through here, yeah. This is, I feel like, the direction they, like, intend you to go. Because here's thing, you need thing, you should go this way to get thing, right? Yeah. Sasuke was so cool. I had a Ninja Warrior shirt. I think my dad, like, printed it. I had a Ghost Adventure shirt. or ghost hunters or like whatever it was that said dude run, because that was one of the critical moments when they were investigating like a prison or something like that, or an asylum. They always go to spooky places. And terrible places where bad things happen to people, and of course you find ghosts there. I had that, and I had a Ninja Warrior shirt that had like a ninja crawling across the top of it. It's great. You love Stephanie Graf in general, but also in American Ninja Warrior. You know, I never really got into the American Ninja Warrior because it was missing, like, the American interpretation of it was like a little too, like, everyone was trying really hard to actually win. And what I really admired about the Japanese version is there were so many contestants that were like speaking old guy who had like a traditional braided rope like head wrap and was like the taco guy, like octopus man. Just, like, eat shit on the first obstacle and slide into the water. Every year this old ass man would just eat shit on an obstacle. So like the American version, everyone tries really hard and they want to get through the obstacle because you have to train really hard to make it to these things. So I know this Japanese man made it further into the contestant stuff because they wouldn't just give up a spot to somebody who wasn't going to try, and he's like, yeah, I'll do it this year. Fucking into the water every time. So good. Anyway, time to fight a goblin baby. Oh dear, they're behind us. But I think Robbie's got the preemptive strike here, so that's exciting. Let's get the shaman. It's never on TV anymore after they started the American Ninja Warrior. It was probably easier to license the American one. They're probably like, why bother? We have the American one. It's just like, it doesn't have the same soul. I need the soul of it. Gotta get this shaman out of here. He's bad news. Fire stare. Don't like it. Alright, I'm gonna do pandemic on this gentleman. So the poison will spread to his companion. Now we're in overdrive. Oh no, I'm poisoned. That's terrible. I didn't know you could do that. Well, this would pull us out of overdrive, so we don't exactly want to do that quite yet. So I'll just fire thrust in this goblin shaman. It's great to have a goal in life. Maybe his is going on every edition of Ninja Warrior, yeah. And falling in the water and being funny. I think that's lovely. So, poison shot. Let's just regular attack this guy, huh? Okay. I'm sorry for all the coughs, by the way, y'all. Someday I will be well enough. Someday. Okay. Now, poison shotting him. He's already poisoned, so I don't see the point in it. It's just too a regular shot. Oh, you mean Jesse Graff? Stephanie's a tennis player. Ha! You are the second person today to mistake a popular TV persona for a popular tennis persona. The first person was me. I mistook Vanessa Williams, and I was like, oh, Venus Williams? Like, Venus and Serena? And they're like, no, Vanessa Williams, as in former Miss Congeniality. Miss America. And thankfully, Pyraxis, even if it could, I've tested negative several days in a row, so I'm good to go. I'm just yucky. I just sound yucky. Boom. That was not big enough. Boom. Don't kill. Oh, God. My boy. Whoa, that was rough. And also unnecessary. That did not do anything to help us. Yikes. It was just the wrong way. Let's see. What's down here? Water. Love this. Look at that fishy in that water. So cute. Okay, this kind of looks like the right way, doesn't it? Oh, it was. Oh, an antidote. Lovely. Oh, and a drop off. Oh, it's a climb down instead. Okay. What's all this then? A little hop and a skip? And maybe that treasure chest that I saw the first time? Nice. Sick. Angel wings, those are revives. It's like phoenix feathers, you know? That is spectacular. So we're good to go in case some of our party members fall. Nice. I'm surprised that didn't just... Ah! Oh my god, we are doing it. What's down here? Oh, this is a fall-on fall. I'm a fool! I'm a fool. I shouldn't have fallen. No. I gotta go all the way around. Not every shortcut is a shortcut. Oh well. Luckily, it's a quick run back. See, look at all that. These little pieces of paper that waver sometimes. They catch my eye. Maybe we'll go in here, see the scene, and then leave like so. Get the key, leave. Hey, can we have that? Oh. Well. So much for asking nicely. Gotta start off with the Goblin Shaman. Is he sparkling for some reason? Oh, it says bonus loot on him. Interesting. That's very curious. Ugh, the attack buff. Ugh. Let us cleanse. Nah, maybe I'll cleanse later. Do the... Well, you know what? I don't want that to bite me in the butt later. Okie dokie. Now, I think I poison shotted this fella. So let me pandemic him. Spread the poison to the other fella. Now we're in overdrive. Oh dear, miasma skull. They're really wailing on her. Okay. That poison's gonna really suck later, I think. I should be more careful about it. But let's keep ourselves in overdrive, shall we? Oof. Rough. It's... No, don't! Oh, this is gonna be really rough when it's our turn. Not great. Okay. I think we should probably eat a snack. Len is looking a little rough. Every time I'm saying overdrive, you hear one of your favorite songs at the moment with the same title. You posted it to Discord. Can't wait to hear it. I'm very excited. I am gonna do a power shot on this Goblin Shaman because I don't want to do a regular attack. Let's just try a regular attack. It might kill. Thank goodness it killed. Oh no, a sneaky stab. How horrible. Okay. If I cleanse, it'll pull us back to overdrive. Let's just do a regular attack. He really is trying to mess up Lens. It's not good. Now, is he not poisoned? Oh my god, he's not poisoned. Can you believe it? Okay. Are you gonna survive, girl? Please survive. Thank goodness. Ah, this must be the key. Would you look at that? A key. I wonder what it can open up here. I think we know what it can open up here, miss. I think we know. I think it's going to be this little door over here. Et voila. The door is open. So glad we haven't run into a mimic yet. We got some bed rolls. That's nice. Oh, is this the guy we're looking at for? Put these on. These are the uniforms of the palace guards. Ha! I haven't washed myself for 3 weeks, but the thought of wearing these uniforms makes me feel really dirty. Spare me your sense of humor. We share a goal, but that doesn't make us friends. Huh, no need to tell me that. Anyway, Lady Parnella steadily approaches the city. Kill her while you're wearing these uniforms. Make sure that people see you. Oh, they're trying to start the war back up. So Lady Parnella is supposed to be here to like celebrate the end of the war. It's like a 1-year anniversary after they were like, oh, a city blew up. Let's stop doing war because we don't know how that happened. And if somebody here has nuclear weapons, that's bad. Let's just call the whole thing off. I'll watch the show from the city walls, but excuse me if I will not applaud. My reputation, you must understand. We'll carry your secret to the grave, as discussed. So these folks are trying to start a ruckus by posing as, like, enemy nation citizens, I guess? I know this man from somewhere. This is our opportunity. Stop! City guards! You're under arrest! Look at that! So far away from your city walls and yet so cheeky, huh? The law of the strongest rules here. Get 'em! During battle, the Ultra Move bar will slowly fill. Once full, one of your characters can perform an Ultra Move by pressing RT. The Ultra Move bar is automatically filled at the start of a boss battle. Is that what this is? Ooh. Removes all negative ailments, raises resistance for all party members, and removes enemies' resistances. No, I'd rather do the attack one, really. Let's do a poison shot to start. And then we'll pandemic and it'll hit everybody else. Let's do her ultra move, though. High non-elemental magic damage to all enemies. I love these little cutscenes. I should have seen what his cutscene was, but you know. There'll be an opportunity for that, I'm sure. Hey, they got a lot of HP. Oh, I guess they are bosses. Interruption. An earthquake yet again? Wait, there's something beneath. Uh-oh. Oh, I should have maybe saved my ultra move. The nuke is from her meteor smashing the spear. Not exactly. The nuke was from something else, but I wonder why she does have such a nuclear attack. Whoa! A sandworm? Well, I wish I had that ultra move on hand. Really wish I had the ultra move on hand. Well, because anime, yeah. That's a good point. Okay. So we poisoned it. Let's power shot it, I guess. And then fire wasn't great, so let's try water. Of course, a sandworm is weak to water. Obviously, why didn't I think of that? I think I'm just gonna do. Well, I might actually heal him right now because I think this worm he's gonna attack twice, so this is gonna be rough. Okay, another water thrust. We are now in overdrive, so we receive less and we do more damage. It must have been a very low level earthquake. Can't wait till we get strong enough that we're face tanking stuff more powerful than the nuke at the beginning and just shrugging it off. That'll be endgame, yeah. Oh god, I love doing so much damage. It's so good. I'm gonna use his turn to use sweets. Oh, and it automatically selected Len. Great. Oh, Jempo, if you're here, the guy that we played in the beginning was Glenn. Glenn is such a good name, don't you think? It had 2 N's as well. Fire up. Anyway. There's also 3 kingdoms that are fighting against each other. Fire Emblem. I know. I'm sorry. The Romance of the 3 Kingdoms did it way earlier. So I know. It's been a thing forever. I'm just being a nerd. Just being a goof about it. I do not. Let's see. Poison shot will come in handy here, and it'll pull us back into overdrive as well. Ow, that was a hard hit. Owie. Ooh, water thrust. Still pulling us back into overdrive. I'm really getting this worm, huh? Now, I don't actually want to do power shot here, even though it is the icon that would move us backwards. At present, it just wouldn't benefit us as much because we'd be out of overdrive. So I'll just do a regular attack. Another earthquake. Another water thrust. Now I could do a power shot. And it'll move us back a little bit. I really appreciate how many opportunities they're giving us to, like, learn how to do this right. Okay, water thrust for her, and then maybe a snack for good old Robbie. Oh. Uh-oh. Good. Sorry, last time something like that happened, okay, it had a piece of the grimoire in it. The last time all those lines, like, of light shot out of a thing, the nuclear bomb happened, so... I was like, how many times are we gonna kill everybody in a, you know, 100-mile radius? Imagine, Nausea, if they were like, haha, psych, now for the real game. Again. Rob! Oh, twist in the arm, eh? Torture. If you don't want to end up like your buddy, you better spit out what you're up to. Long live Farnsport. A lot of smacks. I was expecting more credits there. Stop it, Rob. This is unnecessary. Their lives are unnecessary. Make it quick. I'm not taking orders from the likes of you. Oh! Oh! Curses! Haha. The way you treat prisoners, one could mistake you for a nobleman. Tell me, what is your plan? Ooh, freaking right. My rightness. We're gonna put an end to this festival. This peace isn't real. Everyone's waiting for the new war. A new war? These 150 years have produced a royal line of warlords. They have no idea how to deal with peace. It's all fake. All they long for is another war, and we're helping them get to it. Rob stabbed that dude somewhere, and it looks bad. It looks bad. You're planning an assassination. Peace cannot be your enemy. We yearn for peace just like everyone, but this current state is nothing more than a breather at Ascania's expense. Terran is using the peace treaty to recover from the explosion a year ago. Our Chancellor's a fool and he doesn't see it. We'll make the decision in his stead. The new war will bring true peace eventually. For everyone. At birth, every man is equal. Stop babbling. You're rats from the moment your mothers threw you into the world. Do not speak of equality. And now tell me, or I'll slit your throat. Who was that man before? How many of you are there? Long live Farnsport. Long live Volantis. Oh, we made him stab him. Rob! It's probably better this way. If we leave this rat alive, it'll bite the next opportunity it gets. Hey, they love slapping folks in this game. I forbid you to kill a helpless person in my presence ever again. Do you understand? Yes, princess. Hi, Amy. This game's so intense. I love it. We shall return and report to the commander. A line of warlords. Does this apply to my brother as well? Love the dancing sprite. I was getting a little dizzy there with this scrolling. Seems like nothing's happened so far. I don't know about that guy below us. I don't know. It seems like nothing's happened so far. I guess we foiled the plan. Absolutely not. What if there's more of them? What if there's a plan B? I have a bad feeling about this. Let us report to the commander. He'll know how to act. He's probably wondering where we are anyway. This do look interesting, yeah? Is something amiss? Are you sure, my lord? Should I give Heinlein a goat voice? Is this parade not worthy as a stage for you? They had a wagon prepared just for you. My dear Heinlein, sometimes I prefer the way through the orchestra pit.
But it is quite loud here.
I'll take the noise of the crowd over the whispers of the court any day.
Yeah, a bit of Suikoden vibes to this as well. And I haven't played Tactics yet, Shrike, but I hear it's so good.
Forgive me, what does a simple servant like me know about the problems of such a famous man like you?
Oh! One does not need to be a powerful king or queen to be famous all around Eldrea. Sir Victor of Arcadia is living proof that a civilian can gain such prestige. As the author of stage plays and poems, he has written himself into the hearts of many. Having developed the first letterpress machine, he was able to distribute his works to every corner of the world and accumulate vast wealth. Wow. That is assuming that people can read. Which is nice. Love literacy. Always about that. She. Now give me a break. Some people forget it sometimes, but I am not a nobleman. So let's cut the charades. Just take me backstage and show me where the fun is.
Very well, Sir Victor.
The fun? Oh, okay. This kind of fun.
Here we are. May I cordially invite you to participate in our variety of fun games? The games are
games! That's cute.
The games are played with so-called chips. Please take these 50 and try to accumulate as many as you can. Once you're done, you can exchange the chips for prizes in the Northwest Plaza. Have fun.
That is more to my taste. I like these one-piece laughs. Exactly, another Chrono Trigger vibe. Do you know how many times I fought the guy with the metal joints? My brother would know the song. He's like, my name is something. I have some silver joints. If you defeat me, I'll give you 50 points. Remember that guy? What's his name? Mambo? I don't remember.
I can't decide which game should I try first.
The champion of rock, paper, scissors follows his own strange rules. Have you noticed he won't use the same sign twice in a row? Gato. It was Gato. Okay, I'm gonna have to do some rock, paper, scissors. He won't do the same thing twice in a row, eh? Sorry, I should probably have a lozenge. I know, I grinded that fight for like an hour. I don't know if it was worth it. You having a mute? The motion I do with my hands made me think I was doing something else? What? What you... I now see, looking at myself in the camera, what you thought I was talking about knives. At least there's captions so you'll know. Anyway. Statistically, most people start with scissors at rock, paper, scissors. That's why you should always play rock first. The thing is, I'm pretty sure the rock, paper, scissors champion over there knows this fact well. So I should start with paper. And he doesn't do the same sign twice in a row. So you can get any more intel about this. Mama says that I'm a bottomless pit, but I don't stand a chance against the amounts that are required to win here. Alright. I like this peace sign guy. Either there's no traditional response to coughing, and you can't say bless yous. Okay, here we go. Hey, you. Care for a round of rock, paper, scissors? If you can win 3 times in a row, I'll give you a lot of chips. If you win on the first try, I'll give even more. Oh my god. You don't see closed captions as an option. Really? If you hover over it, it should just be like automatic knives. It is an install. It's a little. What are they called? I don't remember. But yeah, they're on for a lot of folks. God, are they on right now? I have to double check now. They are on. Okay. Oh. What's it say? Ad starts. Oh god, there's an ad starting in 4 seconds also, so I won't do any rock, paper, scissors. Good thing I looked over. I was about to do content during an ad that would have been egregious. So, well, maybe I'll take my little stretch break now. I'm gonna do a quick stretch break. Look at these balloons. They're bubbling. Oh, my back. Oh, boy. Wow. Boy. I don't know if you heard that back crack. Okay, so most people start with scissors, but the champ knows that. So if most people start with scissors, he would go rock to crush the scissors. So I should go paper. That's the game. Alright, so the ad is about to start. Stretch until the ad is done. It is an extension, yes. But if Wiggy knows, I'm gonna think that I'm screwed. I don't want to get psyched out. I'm going paper. You know, in real life, I usually start with paper. I usually lose. I get you, yeah. It's very helpful though, Knives, if you watch the stream you did. It's very helpful to have the captions up, you know. I love having captions on like YouTube stuff too. Because sometimes I listen at low volume, so like I can be cooking stuff in the kitchen, and my brother can be watching his thing, and my dad can be watching his thing in his office, and I don't bug them. Alright, I'm gonna get 10 more seconds. This is a good long stretch, I'll tell you. Oh, okay. I chapped my lip too. Which is terrible because I'm wearing lipstick. It's a little torn. It's okay. I'll take care of it. Imagine choosing paper without having an 8-minute sotto voce monologue about the odds and chances of choosing rock, paper, scissors like you're in an anime. I just go paper, and I'm like, if I die, I die. That's it. I don't think. Also, my mom is like a rock, paper, scissors witch. So I just think in my head, like, I'll think like scissors or something. I'll go like scissors, 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 so that she'll pick rock. Because I think she reads my mind. Still haven't beat her yet. So I don't know if it works. Anyway, I'm going paper. The V is 5 chips. Since it's so cheap, there's a special rule in my favor. If we tie, I win. Got it? Let's go. Paper, baby. Oh! Take this rock! No way. This round goes to you. Round 2. Okay, he went rock. He might go scissors, because I want paper. So maybe I'll go rock. I choose you. Scissors. What? Can you look into the future? Can you see this as well? Round 4. Wait, did we skip round 3? Ha, you didn't see that coming. It's actually round 3. Last chance. You just want scissors. Start off as rock. He's gonna go paper, so I should go scissors. Paper! It's your I lose? Me, the great champion of rock, paper, scissors? And on the first try as well? Fine, take this and get lost. Genius! Genius! I'm a genius! I cannot believe I destroyed this video game. Annihilated. I feel like such a god. How many, like... Oh, it says I have new skills, too. Being psychic. Did I get a point for being psychic? Did I get something cool? I think he might have given me a star piece or something. But does he know that I know that he knows that? Yeah, wasn't that a moment in Hunter x Hunter? In like the Hunter license games or whatever? I did be awesome said. I started this for New Year, New Game every day. I got this code from the publisher back in December, and I didn't play it until now because I had not heard much about it. In fact, I should pay more attention because one of the artists I follow has been like posting their like enjoyment of the game for the last like several weeks, and they're like, this game is so beautiful, but they never said it was Chained Echoes. So I was like, what is this beautiful pixel art game? What's this going on? Turns out it was this. Oops. Valor Minuet grants TP regen with a potency of 5 for 5 turns. That's pretty sick. Poetic March is an offensive buff. It increases attack and magic by 10%. Okay, that's pretty good. It is on Game Pass, yeah. And Sea of Verdigris. Pressure Point is a magical wind attack dealing 1.8 damage. That's great. Earth Drums. Earth attack. I'm telling you, if he was in the group with Len, that would be fantastic. Because, like, Len's got the water and the fire covered. Be pretty great. So we can get 2 things. Heavy armor bonus lowers incoming damage by 10%. If you're wearing heavy armor. I think I'll get Pressure Point. And for getting Pressure Point, we also got more HP, more TP, more magic, more defense, and more mind. And I want maybe Mind Up? Yeah, let's go Mind Up. Sure. Neato. Okay. Oh, I just did that. Set the skills. I have class action things. That's my character actions. And I have the Mind Up. Okay. So that's active. I haven't removed it. I would remove it with X. Cool. How many, like, chips do I have? If that's in my inventory. Sorry about this terrible cough, y'all. Hey. My usable items that I got from the other group has persisted with us. So it wasn't worthless. That's great. Do I have a succulent fruit? You should hide the bite mark on the other side, right? Cool, cool. So your items persist in your party. That's lovely. Have you ever tried your luck against a rock, paper, scissors champion? I've been watching him for a while. He'll never use paper right after using rock. For some reason, though, he always tries to use each sign at least once per duel. Wish I talked to him about that earlier, but I think I got him. Oh, hell yeah, dude, the band is back. That's great. You look like a man with a huge appetite. How about a round of our game? The fee is 10 chips, and for every plate of dapples that you eat, we'll reward you with 1 chip. So I have to eat at least 10 plates. Current chips, 95. Wasn't there an eating game in Chrono Trigger? Wasn't there like an eating section of it? I think I'm losing money here. On my word. 3, 2, 1, and go! Oh. Is this the A button? Okay, good. This is the A button. Great, because it's X, actually. I need to eat at least 10. No! There was a drinking game, that's true. Okay, I've made my money back. That's good. This man's gonna die from eating this many apples. I think he will die. I can't keep pressing the A button. It sucks! I wish I could just hold the button. Okay, finished. Well done. I knew you would be a devourer of dapples. Take these 20 chips. Oof. That was tough. Oh yeah, though, you don't remember. You didn't play much Chrono Trigger. Yeah, I only played it the one time myself. Sorry, this lozenge has a liquid center. It's getting stuck everywhere. Really, the town's festival employees are dressed up in comically large costumes. Yeah, they're like, come here for the thing. Playing games and having fun is in our blood as Discanians. Finally, we can live it up again. Yay, fun! Who's this? I'm so glad this war is over. It's great to have entertainment without any worries. These people are having a good time too. Ooh. A beast pelt. I would love to steal those from these two. I think we're going to be playing as them soon. Beast pelt, is it? I guess it's not armor. Is it an item of some sort? It's a material to upgrade equipment. Okay, interesting. Oh, there's that guy who told me what to do. Alright, let's keep having fun. Thank you for playing our games, good sir. You've accumulated 105 chips so far. Do you want to stop and exchange your chips for rewards? Yeah, sure, why not? You're thankful for the fact that you have a turbo controller. You would not want to try to mash buttons for that minigame. I don't love mini-game mashing button thingies either. I'm so glad for games that allow you just to hold down a button and it's, like, done. Because, like, why stress, you know? I'll then proceed with the checkout. Is that fine with you? Yeah, why not? I don't care. Thank you for playing our games. Now cash in your 105 chips. Please choose your rewards at the table and talk to my colleague up ahead. Oh, hell yeah, dude. The most famous helmet in Erdrea, the Genji helmet. Cost 20 chips. Okay, cool helmet. An exotic shield from the far south, the Genji shield. I could get like 5 items, it looks like. Made from one of the hardest metals in the world, the orichalcum dagger. These have to all be plastic, right? Why would they just be the legendary sword Excalibur? These are all like props, right? Because this is ludicrous. The ultimate final elixir. It's like cola. The deadly flail rising sun. I'll choose this. And then this. 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 And then, are we getting the dagger? Or are we getting the elixir? Let's see. This might be 25. Ooh, okay, what do y'all want? Should we get the dagger or the final elixir? I'll let you all decide. Morphinius, have a great rest of your night. Thank you so much for hanging out here. I hope you enjoyed the game. And I'll see you again soon, some other time. Tomorrow is Sayonara Wild Hearts and the game I keep forgetting, which is so upsetting. Let's see. Cats and Other Lives, which Quantum Wisher wanted me to play. That's right. So, any thought? You know, I'll make it a poll. Why not? That way y'all can vote anonymously. What get? Elixir. Dagger. You got 1 minute. You turn the captions off on games when the stream has a lot of reading. That makes sense, because it'll fill up, won't it? It'll go by a little too quickly, eh? So, what should I get? The elixir or the dagger? Looks like a lot of folks are going for elixir. Well, like, everyone's going for elixir. Not a single person likes the dagger. I'm shocked. No dagger fans out there. Wow, elixir's running away with this one. I tell ya. Dagger doesn't even have a chance. Oh, one fan of daggers out there. Is that you, Thancred? The one fan of daggers in the world. A second fan. Oh my god, we're up to 5 now. Oh my god, wait a second. Dagger's making a shocking resurgence. 16 points for Dagger, but it's not enough to defeat the 25 that went to Elixir. Thank goodness I didn't just spill water all over myself. Well done, Elixir fans. We're getting this Elixir. The ultimate item, final Elixir. It is definitely just Cherry Cola. Hope you enjoyed our games. Let me see what items you've chosen. Ah, I see an excellent choice, I must say. Total cost of these items are 100 chips. Sir, if you'd be so kind. What do you mean? The cost of these items are 100 chips? You've already said that. I need 100 chips to exchange with these items. I've already given the chips to your colleague. Which colleague? The red-haired one at the entrance. I'm sorry, there's no one working here with red hair at the entrance. Also, you need to bring these chips to me. Wait, what? She's gone. Have I been cheated? I must be getting old. Huh, well, that was easy. Like stealing money from a drunken polko. A good introduction to our next party participant. Part thief, part con artist, she has broken the hearts of many men and women. Gay! Finally! It took so long to meet Gay. With her red hair and red clothes, she's infamously known as the Red Succubus, a title that does not make her job particularly easy at times. She could dye her hair and change her clothes, but a narcissistic part of her seems to rather be proud of this fame. I'll return in a few hours and exchange these darlings. As for the time being, I haven't visited this part of town yet. Let's see what we can find here. Most of the wares we import are luxury goods, such as wine or cigars. Basic food comes from our own crops. Did that guy just pass me carrying a bag on his back? Because of the war, it can happen that we have more wine available than food. When you ask me, I think there are much worse fates. Oh, it'd be stupid to return there right now. That's true. What about this lady's skills? I don't even think I got a chance to fight as that guy. Hello? Oh, it was locked for a second. Yoko Girl. Pedal Storm. I like that. X-Slash. It fixes bleeding. Love that. It can also trigger Pedal Storm. I think I should get these two. Dragon Killer, Undead Killer, Crit Up. Yeah, this is a cool method of introduction. I don't know a lot of... What games can you think of where you start off as a thief that steals from your fellow party members? I mean, I guess it's kind of very Yuffie-like, but you don't get to control Yuffie. She's just being a jerk to you. Oh, it says Yoko Giri, not Yoko Girl. I was like, Yoko Girl? I would like to get Crit Up. And then also X-Slash. I wonder if I need to have Pedal Storm. I do need to have Pedal Storm in order to activate it. Shucks. I should have gone for Pedal Storm. Oh well. Get that another level, I suppose. Try fleecing some more folks around town. Speaking of anime hour, yeah? You want to talk some anime? This guy left his wallet on the counter. Good barkeeper behind the counter would keep the wallet safe for him before someone steals it up front. Can I have one of your cheapest drinks? Sure, here you go. Good stuff. That's enough for now. This guy's pretty wasted. He even left his wallet on the counter. If no one sees me, I could give it a wait. Give it a little wait-see. Oh, you got no reason to be behind the counter. I see. Everyone's looking at me, so... Can I have another one of your cheapest drinks? I'd like to try something different. Can I have something else? What the hell is this? You can hold your liquor, can you? Here's another one. What if I drink so much liquor that he has to go to the back and get another one? One more, please. All right, I need to fetch a new bottle. Yes. Sure. This guy's pretty wasted. Oh. Oh, what? I'm making sure no one steals this wallet. Yeah, sure. Why would you do that? I forgot his wallet. Time to get out of here. Oh, I think somebody saw me. I should have maybe bought a drink for the lizard man. I think that lizard man's gonna come back and haunt me later. Ah, okay, so you got to the 30th edition 30th anniversary edition of Yu Yu Hakusho. You watched all the special features and the special dub episode. It was super fun. You didn't realize the guy who voices Yusuke is a super fan of the show. Oh, that is cool. How rad. What a dream job to dub a show that you are a huge fan of, you know? Sorry for all my hiccups and coughs. Sorry, y'all. You also started Spy Family. I want to watch that too. Everyone loves it so much. Let's see, where else can we go? I also definitely skipped out without paying my tab. Somebody over there. Yeah, let's go to left, yeah? It was so funny to hear them talk about the old way to voice over things with tapes. Oh, that's so cool. I would love to hear about that. He's got a ton of memorabilia. That's adorable. Living in a place as huge as this makes traveling a real pain. That's why we have this railway. Originally, it was very expensive and only the rich could afford it. But thanks to Chancellor Sigurd, the rides are free now. You can get very crowded, though. That's why you don't see any nobles using them anymore. I think they prefer air carriers nowadays. I must look for more things to steal. Oh. This guy's sleeping. I can see a key hanging from his girdle. There seems to be some money in his pockets. Who's this guy? Hey, I've come here for Tormund to visit for the festivities. Could you recommend a good restaurant? The one up the stairs is pretty good. Oh, really? Thanks. I'll check it out immediately. Now I can steal his wallet, though. Just making sure there's nobody else here to see it. Nice. I got the money and the key. Use the key to break into the house. I was born in Fawnsport. Look at that beautiful overview over there. Can you see that? You've been reading Spy Family since day one, chapter 1. Not to brag or anything. Very nice. The anime is delightful, and you've not watched 100% of it. But from what you've seen, it's been very faithful and wonderful. Okay. Neither's better, they're both perfect. Good. Have you watched that buddy daddy thing, Jempo? That's like Spy Family, but with 2 guys instead of a guy and a gal. I was born in Farnsport. I've been living here for 80 years. Many things have changed during this time span. But you can only notice these small changes when you look more closely. When looking from a distance, there's a different story. This view, for example, hasn't changed a bit from when I first took a look at it. The familiarity calms me down. Haven't watched it yet, but you've seen clips. Yeah, I've seen some clips as well. Oh, Crunchyroll's gone like 99% subscriber only. That stinks. You're very behind on anime. Yeah, I haven't watched anything in a very long time. Okay. I might break into this house up here. Oh, it's not this one? It says use the key to break into the house. Oh, this one. There's a new shop on Main Street selling the hottest fashion from Miranda. Who would have thought a year ago we'd get new shops with foreign fashion? I hope this peace lasts forever. I hope so too. Yeah. There's some food cooking on the stove. I'm gonna leave it as. Why would I turn up the heat? That might burn everything. Oh, you got no business here. Leave. Ooh, what do I smell? I think my food is all done, ready to be eaten. I thought it would take longer, but it worked out perfectly. Let's dig in. Ignoring the woman that just said hello to him. So, what do we have here? Nice. It was totally worth it. That was tasty. I wish I had more of... Hey! What are you doing here? I got the goods. Time to bolt. I want to use the key to break into the house. Which house, though? Wait, that guy was gonna... We call Farnsport the dancing city. And do you know why? We love to dance, sing, and drink. Even when we go through hard times, we always try to keep the smile up. That's just how we are. Let's find this house I can break into. Oh, well then. After you helped unionize your job, the superintendent offered you a 2-cent raise. Not 2%, 2 cents, as in 2 pennies. That sucks so much. That That is such an insult. How terrible. Oh, I don't want to move on to the next area. I want to break into that house. Oh, yeah. Is this the one? Let's put this key to good use. Oh, a rich key. A big mansion. This seems like a mansion you'd see in an RPG Maker game that has, like... This feels like that, was it like To the Moon? To the Moon had a big mansion like this. Okay. Someone's there. Seems to be asleep. Seems to be a sick girl. Oh, the lead voice actor of Mob Psycho joined the union, asked to negotiate his contract with the union president, and rather than have one single meeting with the union, they fired him. Can you believe that? I know. I still haven't watched season 3 of Mob Psycho yet. It's gonna be so weird because I listened to the dub, so I'm like bummed out. 50 arc, that's it. Papa. Whoa. Looks like she's got a fever. Her father better bring her to a doctor. Well, I think I got everything in here. What a mess. I knew it'd be medical bills. Her illness must be pretty serious and costly. Oh yeah, and here I am supposed to feel bad for stealing from her. Well, everyone has to find their own way to survive. I'm leaving. Fine, you win, you poor sick child. Oh my god, I was like, what a character intro. Wow. Stealing money from a dying child, and then she's like, god damn it. Alright, I'll heal ya. Now I better leave here. Did I, like, give them all my money? Did I put the money back? I guess I put the money back. The streets are full of people celebrating. Music plays through all of the town. It's almost like the whole city is dancing. I love that. I'm so glad she put that money back. Oh my god. Would have been horrendous. Stealing from that dying child. Hey, you! Huh? Woman with the red hair, come over here. Over here? So, oh! Ah! So it's you guys. Is this how you treat a lady? We've had enough of you, says Bethesda. Till now, we've always handled you with kid gloves. Remember the port of Viermeyer, the tavern at Red Lake, the marketplace of Gordia? How many times have you fooled us, Sienna? I'm not fooling anyone. I'm just misunderstood. Garfield. I want this guy to be Garfield so bad, but his name is Galfried. You've dragged our name through the mud. Mud, says Nose. Who has a big old piercing through his nose. We've paid too many times, Sienna. It's time to cash in. Where is she? Where is Himmelskaiser? Give us your airship. I'm so sorry, my dears, but I can't. I've lost it. Lost your airship and we're supposed to believe you? You can only lie. I bet on the wrong card in a gamble. Some merchant in Arcadia owns it now. Bethesda, maker of famous video games like Fallout and Storefalls. Yeah, and Score-ROM. That. Elden Scrolls. Liar, we should kill her. He's right. If we continue to deal with her, we'll only regret it in the end. Let's kill her. We'll at least get her honor back, brothers. No, we're not gonna make it easy for her. She's gotta be useful for something. The Blue Dawn. You want to let her steal that gem? Don't be silly. Saves us a lot of trouble if she does it. Okay, you're gonna send me to steal something? And give it to you? Don't be so vague. Just spit it out. We'll make you a deal. Steal the Blue Dawn from the treasury of the Royal Palace. You want me to break into the palace?
We'll use the festival to our advantage. Advantage! Advantage!
I don't think that's a good idea, brother.
We have nothing to lose. We want to use the hectic pace of today's festival to get the stone, but...
But then you realized that it was still far too dangerous and called it off. And now you want me to go in there. I may be a fraud, but I'm not a burglar.
Is that so? I thought the red succubus can take any shape she wants.
We've prepared everything. We have a map of the sewage system and access to it.
They say you're able to get anything you set your sights on. No obstacles impassable for you.
Your sudden charm comes unexpected. All right, since you asked me so dearly, the red succubus will become a burglar just for this one instance. But the stinky sewers, is there no other way?
Then become a rat for all I care. No more fooling around. You do what we tell you.
If this settles my debts with you, I will do so gladly. No, the stone is valuable, but not enough to pay off all your debts to us.
Well, let's put it this way. If you get the stone, we would be a lot nicer to you.
I can hardly wait. So, what's this plan in detail? Faster! The delivery was scheduled for tonight. Besides, I'm freezing. Ugh, I can't go on. I'm exhausted. Stop whining. Oh, not again. That felt different. That was no ordinary earthquake. Oh, are we an earthquake expert now? If you want to deal with more quakes, I can give you a slap. There's a lot of slapping in this game. Then you have something to analyze on your way home. Now come. Yeah, I'm coming. What is it now? I've never seen foreign sports so lit up. So many people are enjoying this festival. Surprisingly, after such a long war, I would have expected differently. This is slowly getting on my nerves. Strange. Are you still feeling cold? Now that you mention it, I don't think so. Heidewitzka? Oh, please. A demon shall get me if this is a normal earthquake. Oh, my lord! Oh, my God! It's a big praying mantis! Ah! Well, what is that? A demon! Oh, my God. It's headed for foreign sport. How very cinematic. Disney World! Beautiful. Can you hear the music? The banquet has started. I should be dancing up there on marble floors instead of traipsing down here in knee-high water. The castle looks so gorgeous, right, Fairly Gay?
You want us to stuff your mouth? No? Then shut up.
Here, take this map. There's only one entrance, and this is the key for it. Oh, we'll keep it with us, so make sure to return right here once you have the gem. It's the only exit.
Don't get any funny ideas.
Oh, which is why we'll close the gate after you're inside. Without us, you won't get out. Thank you very much for your trust.
Now, hurry up.
That wall has a lot of drain pipes. I guess there's a sewer? I don't know.
Will we ever see her again?
Probably not, but you never know. As they say, her success rate is rather high. Anyway, I'm closing the gate now. Huh?
What?
The key. Where is the... No way, she stole it, but when?
Miserable brat. Shall we go after her?
No, we just wait. This is the only exit anyway. Ooh, a sewer level. Fun. The Narsleen sewers. They don't know me very well if they think that this sewer is the worst thing I've ever crawled through. Love a good sewer level. I feel like also didn't. Not to be like, oh my god, remember Chrono Trigger? But wasn't there a sewer level in Chrono Trigger? That time. Let's try Yoko Girl and see if it triggers Petal Storm. I don't know if it won't trigger... I'm sorry, Yoko Giri. Sorry. It's like a cut. Not Yoko Girl. I did not do that. But I can pilfer. Let's see if I can steal from this bat. Oh, it says no stealing. There was an indication, which is rather nice. Let's Yoko Geary it. Yes, in the future segment, right? Fairly Gay? So funny, I only played the game once, but I remember it very distinctly. Let's X slash. Let's make this thing bleed. Yeah, nice. You keep saying Yoko girl. It is fun. Whoa, what's that? Oh, whoa. I want to go all the way around. You beat Chrono Trigger for the first time about a year or two ago, so it's very fresh in your mind. Aha. Yes, I only beat Chrono Trigger like not so long ago myself. Maybe 2 or 3 years ago? 3 or 4 years ago? I don't remember. Clearly it's not that fresh in my mind if I can't remember. Ah, I bet. I tell you, these little engage fights are a little scary. They really slam you right into battle. I'm kind of waiting for it to be like, you know, freeze frame, music happens, then we do the thing, but it's just like not wasting any time. Oh my god, it tells me what this bat is strong and weak to? It's weak to a purple face, and it's strong against water. That looked like that Sakura Storm. I got a very thin hide from it. You played the PS1 version of it. Gotcha. I played the SNES version. Wait, was that an item down there? Yes, indeed it is. Okay. Oh dear. What is this? Something's coming. A kraken? In the sewers? You must be hungry for something big. I hope you don't choke. What the? Wait, what? Glenn is alive? Glenn's alive? This boy hit a rock at the beginning of the... Yes, someone call Felix and Dimitri and Sylvain and Rodrigue and Ingrid. Glenn's alive? He hit a rock and it exploded and nuclear happened. This man is sick. He is ill. He is wicked ill. Fresh air at last. You can say... Oh, you say that in a sewer. Anything's better than octopus innards. I don't want to interrupt you, but you're not off the menu yet. Ready the toothpick, Glenn. Yes! It escaped. I hope it won't return. I can't believe Glenn's alive. That's wild. I was sure he died. Certain that man died. Born in the walled city of Golgata. When he was 12, he was freed by the Band of Iron Bull, a group of mercenaries. Having nowhere to go, he joined the group and discovered his love for everything technical. With his talent, he became the mercenaries' top sky armor pilot in no time. Since the incident a year ago, he's been trying to find clues about the mysterious stone that caused it. Well, that he hit that caused it. What the heck were you two doing inside this monster? Well, we were having a casual walk through the sewers when suddenly this kraken appeared and swallowed us. This is Kylian. Second hand to the commander of the Band of the Iron Bull, he joined the mercenaries not because of necessity, but more so with ambitious goals in mind. He wants the group to grow in fame and power so that one day it could stand next to the strongest armies of Erdrea. Oh, Eldrea, sorry. Erdrea is Dragon Quest. With that, he wishes to make the world a better place. I don't know, man. Starting your own militia. I'm worried about it, Kyle, or whatever your name was, Caldarius. I'm worried about it. It sometimes breaks bad, absolute power. Sometimes either corrupts absolutely or you get stabbed in the back. A casual walk? What are you two up to in this place? Probably the same as you, I guess? So you're on private, Emily? Me? Oh, So you're inspecting the load bearing of these walls?
Ha! You are going to sneak into the palace, aren't you? The banquet's a good opportunity. Are you after the treasury?
Who knows? These old walls certainly need to be inspected.
Well, we also want something from the palace, but nothing from the treasury. How about an alliance, until we get through the sewers?
What? You think that's wise? We don't know her. Exactly. Why should I trust you?
Trust in the fact that we've kept you alive so far. There are two of us, remember that.
And you trust me?
I trust you're smart enough to not mess with two mercenaries.
If a giant octopus greets us at the entrance, I do not want to know what's lurking deeper in the sewers. I agree to your suggestion.
Excellent. My name is Kylie, and in this...
Now. I need your swords, not your names. Let's go, my dears. I'm keeping an eye on you.
You're not the first man to say that.
This will be fun. Hey, don't you got a family at home? Mister? Can you save whenever you want? That'd be pretty sick if you can. Oh, what a good video game. No save points or nothing. How about that? A band of militia/mercenaries going wrong? Never! Yeah, just look at the Crystal Braves. Good and strong, the Crystal Braves. Never goes wrong, this Crystal Braves. Wow, this is wild. I like this reintroduction of these two. What the heck? I swear to God, I thought they died. Or turned into wicked, scary monsters. Like, super radiated monsters. Like that praying mantis or whatever. Well. We have about an hour left of the show. And we have another game to try. Sunhaven. God, I forgot. My mind has been fully taken over by this game.